Oh man. Oh, are we back or what? What's up, Shara King? What's up, Shantastic? How's everybody doing? I already got 2 thumbs down already. They gonna be mad, baby. They gonna be mad. They are gonna be mad. Mercy, what's going on? Brandy, what's going on? Aries sister, what's going on? Y'all make sure to hit the thumbs up. We're gonna make them mad. They're gonna be mad. We're gonna make them mad. I, I I sat back for 30 days and 30 nights. See, I even put myself in a timeout for 30 days and 30 nights. I even roasted myself for 30 days and 30 nights. I sat back and allowed other people to roast me for 30 days and 30 nights. So y'all know goddamn well when I decide to go at somebody for 30 days and 30 nights, if I could do it to myself, then I can surely do it to them. 30 motherfucking days and 30 motherfucking nights, baby. What's going on, Blase? I miss y'all. Mother Earth, what's going on? Y'all, I just want y'all to know I miss so many of you. Like, it's shocking to me, in a sense, at some of the names that I would think about. I'd be like, damn, I wonder what Blase doing. I ain't seen him. I wonder what Joshua doing. I wonder what Mr. Kev is doing. And then the ladies, well, y'all know I was keeping in contact with the ladies, you know what I mean? So they already know I kind of knew how they were doing. But I was like, well, damn, like, so then I started, like, recently, I started coming back to YouTube and jumping in, and I would look for the men. Those of you who were there, I shouted you out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I miss y'all. I really, truly miss motherfucking YouTube people. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. What's up, let's see? I really was missing you all. And I just want y'all to know that while I know we may have arguments, disagreements, we may fight, you know what I'm saying? But I truly I really truly respect a lot of you. You know what I mean? I try my best not to really disrespect people. I may talk about you to you, you know what I mean? On some jokingly type of thing. And we may even get into some disagreements on what you think and what I think. That's normal shit, everybody. There's no reason for you to dislike someone just because y'all disagree. Okay, it just simply means that, hey, we disagree on particular topics. What's up, Miss D Nova? How you doing with your pretty self? How you doing, Jerome? What's going on? Queen of the South, what's going on, sister? Maurice, what's going on? What we have? Listen, I'm gonna go down the list. Y'all know how I like to do it. I like to share some love. You know what I mean? Um, I was worried about YouTube because YouTube making you put in phone numbers and shit to verify shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, y'all, I done lost so many accounts really in the last 4 years that I that I had started making accounts. This isn't a new account, but I had never used it to, do anything with. So what I was worried about, first of all, I couldn't remember the password. Couldn't even remember the password to get in to set up anything. And then once I did come back last week to go live, I noticed that my sister Sheila was live. And so what I had said, I was like, well, damn, Sheila, she cool people, right? And shit, if she want to take over, we'll let her do it. And when I feel like coming on to YouTube, I'll pop on and have fun and then come back and do my business. I thought it was a great idea up until yesterday. Now I'm gonna talk about what happened yesterday. Um, yes, I am. And I'm gonna tell you that the only reason I popped on this live is because Sheila is live right now. You goddamn right. Listen, um, she tried to play me, baby, and I'm not the one to be played. I'm not the one to be played. Okay, she got played. She was getting played, and as she was getting played, she decided that she can attempt to play me. Now I'm sitting back watching exactly what's going on. And if any of you go back to that stream yesterday, you too will see. Sometimes you don't see it when it's happening. Sometimes you not until somebody pointed out and you go back and watch it, you'll see exactly what I'm about to tell you. Yesterday I popped on, I was thinking, okay, yeah, I could go in, I have some time. My grandson wasn't here, right? So I go up there, and of course, I'm disagreeing and agreeing. We just chilling, right? We had a troll on the panel. I'm not gonna mention his name. He knows he's a troll. I know he's a troll. Sheila knows he's a troll. But nobody cared. I'm cool with trolls. Y'all know that. Sometimes I chill with the trolls, and sometimes I want to eat them for breakfast. It doesn't even matter, but it's all in fun, right? As far as I'm concerned. This is the thing, though. Apparently, there was some new people come over to visit Miss Sheila, and they knew, right? And they come up, and they don't know who I am. I don't know who they are, and apparently they don't like conflict. They don't like anybody disagreeing with them, and and they think they're smart. They think they're the smallest, the small. They think they're the sharpest tool in the shed or the brightest bulb in the goddamn building. Or we can say it many multiple ways, 100 ways I can say it, but I'm gonna just say them bitches were wrong. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna get back to that. Um, when y'all get a chance, I want y'all to go look at that stream. We had a troll who just wanted to be what DJ, what is his name? He called it contrarian. See, he taught me something. He was like contrarian. Bam, you want to be a contrarian. I was like, what is that? He explained it to me. He says that's a person who just like to disagree, just to disagree. Well, there are people who are contrarian. Sometimes I am a contrarian. It's true. When I'm trolling, I'm just there to have fun, right? But yesterday, the contrarian up there who was the troll, he's there, and he wants me to give him a roadmap to happiness. He says, well, the second rules where women gonna do this so men can be happy. And I'm like, dude, there's no rules that anybody can give you. There's no roadmap to this happiness. You have to create that roadmap yourself. That's all I ever say. I try to tell people how to do. I don't give you a roadmap because I cannot do that. Right? What's good for you may not be good for me. What's good for me may not be good for you, and vice versa. So there's nobody who's gonna be able to give you a roadmap to happiness. Okay, unless you're exactly like them, you think like them, you are basically them, and well, and then it wouldn't be you and them, it would be just you, because it would just be you, right? Anyway, long story short, I'm cool with the conversation. I mean, even Gotti comes up there, we all know who Gotti is, you know. And when Gotti want to have a conversation, he knows how to. When he want to be contrarian, he does that as well. It is what it is. That's just Gotti. But we have some young women come up and they're like, I agree with him. And it's okay that you agree with him. Nothing wrong with you agreeing with him. The thing is this. So a young woman comes up. It was two young women, and one of them, in a sense, I was thinking maybe I owe her an apology, but I don't. And so I didn't give what I don't think I owe. If I think I owe you an apology, I'll give it to you. Sometimes I apologize just based on how I made you feel. I made you feel bad. I can apologize for that. But in this instance, um, the issue wasn't really this. What I'm talking about now isn't an issue with the young women, because I already know that we'll probably bump into areas, have conversations, and all that shit that happened, it'll go away. This is about Sheila. This is about Sheila, baby. Okay, but I'm getting to it. Y'all know I'm a little slow sometimes. Okay, so let me tell you. So we was having a conversation, and what I had said was I was talking about femininity, right? Women being feminine. And I had to explain that it's not safe for women to walk around showing that femininity or vulnerability, because that's what men think of it as. You know, they go hand in hand in a lot of men's minds. That it's not safe for women to walk around within this femininity. Because the guy, the troll, he was saying, why women can't just be nice? Why they can't just be nice? And I'm like, suppose they're not nice. And they don't know you, why they have to be nice to you? Why do women have to be nice to strangers? That's basically what I was saying. In fact, that's exactly what I said. So a young woman decides to come up to tell me I'm wrong. And what she said was, well, she's a woman, a feminine woman, it's always feminine, right? You can't take off your femininity. And I'm like, well, um, she was basically saying, if you're not feminine all the time, showing that vulnerability to everyone all the time, then you're not a woman. That's what she said. Now I disagree with that. And I said, well, that's not true. And she was like, yeah, well, you can't take off the femininity. Listen, that's all that is a disagreement between me and her, right? I'm cool with that. I go in to say, though, hey, based on what you're telling me, it tells me a lot about you. Just that statement. See, I understand when men don't understand it until we explain it, right? When I start to explain how me being in a strange man's face, smiling at him, showing that I'm vulnerable, that I'm in need. Oh, oh, Mr. Guy, you with those set of balls and that dingling between your legs. Oh, come and help me. I'm Scarlet. I need help. Can you please come change my tire? Oh, I dropped something. Thank you, sir, for picking that up for me. I will always be grateful to thee. Please, I'm so weak. Can you walk me to my vehicle? Oh, thank you. Oh, you opened the door. How nice. How sweet of you. Oh, I'm married, but come here. Let me give you some kisses, some smooches. Ooh, I adore you. Thank you so like what the fuck? I explained that there is a danger that comes with that. And I could prove it through my own experiences. I'm not talking about something that I don't know. I'm not talking about something that somebody told me. I'm talking about something that I've experienced. I've given you many occasions, many stories on how just being a woman walking down the street could be dangerous. And that's not even me smiling at nobody in particular. I've explained how men in cars, normally when men do these things, it's not just one man, usually a whole group of motherfuckers. That's what I notice. I notice when men, and I'm not even gonna say men, because y'all know I love men, I adore men, right? Um, I'm talking about the boys who are in grown bodies. I noticed that when men are alone, when they are men, they can approach a woman alone. They can say hello to her, ask for a number, and things like that. I've never had a problem with that ever. In fact, it makes my day. I say thank you. I even give them compliments themselves. The ones where I'm walking to the store, whether I'm with my kids, no kids, whether I'm walking the dog, it doesn't matter. It's when I'm walking and a group of men going in the opposite direction. They're in the group. All of a sudden I hear womp womp, I hear the horn blowing, right? And I'm on the highway. I'm walking to the Boys and Girls Club, which is right outside my neighborhood at the time. And I had to go out the neighborhood and walk a little bit on the highway, right? Right. And well, I guess it's not a highway, right? It's a route 40 right there. Okay. But it is a major street, I guess you call it. Major highway. Is it called a highway? Yeah. Anyway, um, so I'm on one side, they're going the opposite way. So they could see me from the front. They see me, right? They're driving. I'm walking. I'm going to pick up my kids from the Boys and Girls Club. And I hear the horn blow. So of course I'm on the highway. I just look. I look. I wasn't startled with anything. I looked to see who's blowing, and I see a group of men passing by. Hey, they shouting. Hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. And you know, and I just look up. I smile and I keep going. I think nothing of it because they're on the opposite side of the highway. I just figured, okay, they must have liked what they saw. I promise you, I'm not pissed off at it. I think it's a compliment in a sense, right? This is when the problem happens. When I hear the horn again, but this time they're right behind me. They're riding as I walk, they're on side of me. What happened was at the red light, they turned their asses around. They did a whole fucking U-turn and decided to come and confront me directly. Now it's not just me walking along and some guy honking the horn at me. Now it's me and 3 men in a vehicle riding on side of me. I'm just trying to go get my fucking kids. That's all I want to do. Just want to go get my kids and go home safely. And whoop, whoop. Oh, how you doing? Well, how you doing, mommy? Where you on your way to? I'm going to pick up the kids. Kids? Oh, you want to ride? No, I'm going right here. I'm just going to pick up the kids. Okay, what's your name? What's going on? Now, it's not, now remind you, it's not just one of them talking to me. They're egging each other on, all 3 of them talking to me. Now it seems like it's almost like a contest because I can't really answer any questions because they're all asking me different questions, different tones, and it's almost like they made a game out of it. And the only thing comes to my mind is I want to go get my kids, and now I got to get out of this mess. I have to make sure that I'm able to safely get out of this shit right here without being harmed, without looking like I'm mean, like I'm a bitch. See, if I start looking like a bitch, these men may turn on me and want to harm me. You motherfuckers, see, I get why you men don't understand this shit. What I don't get is how some of you women don't understand this shit. You understand it, you just don't have any motherfucking, like you don't care about other women. It's easy to come up and disagree with me until I see you on another panel and you're saying almost the same thing I'm saying. Why is that? Why is it that when I saw you talking to another group of people, you was singing another tone, another tune, another song? But when you decided that you want to be a mammy, or as Black Woman Spirit says it, male identified, why is it that you come for your sister, who at least is telling the truth? But anyway, bypass all of that. You know, I realize I smiled. All I did was just be me walking down the street. These men, of course, I look like a piece of meat. That's what they started making me feel like. Then I started feeling like I'm a target. I need to say the right thing. I need to make the right move. I've given motherfuckers my number just so I can make it home safely to my fucking family. What? Oh, Bob, you mean to tell me you couldn't just say that you're married? Oh no. Oh, I say I'm married. You that puts a stop at a man. See, a man, and I've had many of them apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was married. I'm sorry about that. They'll tell me they sorry. I'll tell them it's okay. I understand you didn't understand and that no harm, no foul. Boom, that's it. That's men. It happens to me all the time. And then there's the boys who want to play. See, because if a man really want to approach a woman, he doesn't do it in a group. Why you and your boy trying to get the one woman? It's just one woman, one of her. The fuck all three of y'all coming at her for? What you trying to set up what they call a train? What you trying to set up? That don't even make motherfucking sense. That all three of y'all is hollering at the same woman at the same motherfucking time. Ladies, if that is happening, we already know that's a game being played on us. We already have an understanding because it makes no fucking sense. It's not logical, right? You think that we think that three of you and your all friends gonna stand in front of us and you're gonna allow us to choose. That's not how this shit go. Men don't work that way. You see, y'all don't do that. When y'all do shit like that, it's a game, and the game is to play on the woman. Even if she decided to choose, the other two gonna then call her a whore. Oh, you just a whore. And the one you chose, he probably gonna call you a whore also. In the fact that you even played that game. They gonna laugh at you and tell you how it was just a game. So if you don't see it as a game, then you best see it as a game, because that's all it is. And most of the time, the game is, you know, make her feel uncomfortable. This gang up shit that men do sometimes, this shit is dangerous. Because I've been dragged behind a fucking graveyard by these were young boys whom separately I knew, and they were cool when they was by themselves, when it was just them and I, and we just having just conversation. Just regular fucking conversation. We young, right? We just having basic conversation. It's not me interested in them. They not interested in me. I watch men, I'm sorry, they were boys at the time. We all were kids, teenagers, right? Um, but I watch how individually I felt safe with them. My God, when these motherfuckers on this day was together and somebody said, grab her. And I'm looking at all of them. I'm like, I know all of you. Oh, I know you, Keith. Oh, I know you, Mark. Oh, I know you, Monroe. Oh, I know you, Gardner. Oh, I know them all. Just imagine when one motherfucker says, grab her. And then they grab me. I'm like, well, what the hell? Right? So I'm pulling away. These motherfuckers, oh, they made it a game, you see. They literally made this a game. They're giggling, laughing, and pulling me. Before I know it, I'm behind a fucking graveyard. Next thing I know, this fat motherfucker is on top of me. Man, I think I told this story, but I don't think I told it the way I should have told it. I should have got into the fucking details, the fear, how one moment I felt safe because I know all of these guys individually, but I had no clue what the fuck they could become together. Anyway, I wasn't gonna be here that long. Let me get into this story on what happened on Miss Sheila's panel. Okay, so anyway, so I go into, hey, it could be dangerous to be smiling in all men's faces. The troll, he's like, well, why can't they just be nice? Why can't they just be nice? Why can't women just be nice? And I explained, well, look, being nice to strangers, maybe she's just not a nice person, or maybe she don't know you to be nice to you. That could be dangerous, right? He's hollering bullshit, and then a woman comes up. She tells me a woman, a real woman, or always in their femininity. So I disagree with her. She disagreed with me. That's all it could have been. But nope, she decided to take it a little farther. Or maybe it was me who took it farther. I said, hey, look, there's a few things based on your statement that I know about you. Right? It tells me a few things. And I'm sorry to say this, but it does, like, there's levels to this shit. And I hate when other people say it because I'd be like, damn, it sounds so mean. But there are levels to a lot of shit. Some women go through things that other women just don't. And and it's not necessarily looks, but it is a perception, right? Um, how you are perceived by those who are around you. It's unfortunate, but and then there's a few things that it told me about her, or what could be about her. And I was calculating which one I was gonna tell her first, but she was like, what? Just what do you mean? So the one I blurted out was the one that's the main one. I was like, it tells me that maybe you're just not that woman. You're not that, you don't have that look. You know what I mean? Like, and what I meant is she just don't look like the type of woman where she, you know what I mean? Where she can actually, even if she's cussing, men are still interested in her because she's still considered desirable by him. You have to talk to the men about that. See, I don't make up those rules. I don't make up these things. In fact, I'm one of the women who've been disagreeing with it forever, but disagreeing doesn't make it not so, though. When women say, well, I have more than my body to offer. Well, see, that might be true, but the men who looking at you, he don't see your brain. He don't see your intelligence in the beginning. That's not what drew him to you. It's unfortunate, but it was your looks. Whatever about your looks, whatever it was. Maybe you got a nice body. Maybe you have what he considers a nice body, should be what I say, right? Because men have different views on different body shapes. Maybe he like big girls and you're a big girl. Maybe he like big tits, you got big titties. Maybe like light-skinned women and you light-skinned. Maybe like chocolate, beautiful women and you chocolate and beautiful. Like, whatever it is, ladies, we don't have to agree with shit, but we need to know the facts. When a man tell you what it is that drew him to you, why would you disagree with that if he just gave you the facts? Should it be that way? I mean, shouldn't? I mean, who is the judge that? I don't know. All I care about what is, and that's all you should care about. What is, what it is, what are the facts? Did this man really, was he really attracted to you because he found out later, after knowing you for about 6 months, he found out that you're smart? You never thought, well, what did he see in the fucking beginning? Well, anyway, I go in to say, look, it tells me that you're not that. I want to say that bitch, but I was trying not to say that bitch, right? I, uh, I was like, you just not, it tells me that you just not that. You're not that desirable woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just not. That's why you have to always keep this civility on. That's why you always have to act nice. That's why you always have to be something you're not. You have to look like you're happy when you're not happy. You got to look like you're weak when you're not weak. You got to do those things. See, because that's what it means when she says you always feminine. You always look like I need you, big grown man. Please come and help me pick up this this book. It's so heavy. Like you always have to be that even when you're not, because you're not that big. That's what I was telling her. That's what I said. You know what she told me? Girl, I can turn on this webcam right now, and be myself. And I can. I was like, okay, you ain't got to do that. Before I could say you ain't got to do that, baby, young lady had to turn the cam on. Click. Now I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I'm nice. I'm cool. I try to be cool with everybody. Y'all know this. I don't like giving insults. Y'all know this, right? But before I can catch myself, when I saw her on that webcam, before I can say anything, the truth escaped at my mouth. Cause see, what I would have done was I would have processed what I was gonna say through my brain before it escaped my mouth. I would have made some decisions on how to say it. But unfortunately, the came out before I could do all of that. And I was a little taken back by my own self because y'all know I don't do that. I like telling people, giving people some positive vibes, even if you're not really attractive, I might say, oh, you got on a nice shirt. Oh, you look good in that shirt. If I say you look good in that shirt, then there was nothing else. Like I scaled down your body, and the first thing I saw that I can compliment you on was your motherfucking shirt. Okay. And but I didn't get a chance to do that because she was so adamant that she rocking femininity, you know me, on site. Now remember I said that she didn't have the looks, the look, the look. I was talking about looks. I said it. That's the words I used. Like you're not that bitch. You really don't have that femininity look to yourself. That's basically what I was telling you. You're not that bitch. You're not that. That's why you got to portray to be something you're not when you're not, right? Um, she turned on the webcam, and I was like, huh? Oh, there you go. That's what I said. I didn't mean to, but the truth is the truth. Fuck it. Okay. Um, Now I was not saying that she was unattractive. That's not what I was saying. But I was very clear when I said she wasn't that bitch. When she turned that cam on, she only proved that she wasn't that bitch. Now, some of y'all gonna be mad at me. You're gonna be like, Bomb, why you do that to her? No, she did that to her. She did that to her. Now, see, ladies, this is between you and I, right? When I say, hey, I could turn this cam on right now, right? Right now. Even if I was getting out of bed, I say, hey, I woke up like this. Goddamn well, before you turned on that cam, you looked in a fucking mirror and you made sure that whatever you were about to show people, you are okay with it. That even though I woke up, bitch, I did brush my teeth and I did comb my fucking hair. Now, I may tell everybody I woke up like this, but bitch, goddamn well, before I did wake up like this, less me combing, brushing my hair. I brushed my teeth, bitch. I did the mouthwash shit. Like, I may not have gotten all the way dressed and shit, but I know before I turn on the cam, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be all right. I ain't never seen no bitch say I woke up like this, and when she turned on the cam, my hair all over her head. You know what I'm saying? She admitting she didn't even brush her teeth, but she turned on the webcam on the internet. Bitch, you turned on a motherfucking YouTube before you brush your motherfucking teeth, hoe. So what I'm saying is, when she said I could turn on this webcam right now, in my mind, I had no problem. I know that if she's gonna turn it on, you know what I mean, she's confident that she turning it on because she already checked herself. She made sure that whatever's gonna be seen, she okay with. The thing is this. She turned on the webcam and forgot that we was talking about femininity. Because I'm not, y'all could go and check it out yourself. There was nothing feminine about her look in that moment. Somebody said, well, femininity, it could be defined differently between people. No, 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 no. We was talking about the feminine look. When we think about femininity, I bet you every single one of you came up with what you think is femininity because they taught it to us. We have a view. I can tell you what comes to my mind when I think about femininity. I do think of a woman in a dress. I do think about a woman who has her face made up, whether she needs a lot of makeup or a little makeup. Even if she don't need no makeup, she still looks done up, appropriate. She looks feminine. She looks like a lady. She looks like someone a man would want to approach to help you with anything. Like he's willing to grab your bag because it looks like it's too heavy for you. He's willing to open that door for you because he sees that you have nails on. You know what I mean? Maybe you have a baby in your arms. See, we lost this reasoning that men open doors. Men didn't open doors just because you was coming through that motherfucker empty-handed. That's more like a subservient. A servant come and open the door for his graciousness, for the holiness, to make sure she don't have to touch that door because she's too high standard. She's too above touching a fucking door of common people. See, that's a servant. That's somebody who's a slave or servant or some, maybe you work and you open doors for this person. That is not what men did for women. Men, if he noticed that you had your hands full, you're dealing with the children, right? You grab the basket and it's difficult to push a basket and open the door. The man would open the door for you. Maybe he was coming out as you was going in. And so since he already had the door open for himself, or he was about to go out himself, he held it for you. That's it. It wasn't no, ooh, look at that woman. Let me go open that door for her. Men didn't run, like he's at his car. He see me going through this door in a few minutes. He runs ahead of me, sprinting 100 miles an hour. Let me get that door for her. So she, come on. That's not what that was about. Your man opened the door for you because you're supposed to walk in before him. You walk in before him. He's behind you to protect you. So he opens the door. He comes around the car door to open the door for you, to show that he's your suitor. Right? That's in those occasions where it's your date. It's your suitor, right? It's your husband. It's the person who is just showing you that he's a gentleman on this date who's dealing with you. But a perfect stranger is not supposed to be out here just being gentleman to everybody. Just like a woman isn't supposed to be out here just being feminine and weak for everybody. That's not how this shit works. Thank you, babe. So anyway, back to the story at hand. Y'all can go check it out. I'm quite sure Sheila has it still up. see how that ran down. It ran down, she opened up a camera. Now, look, I can't tell you what you see, what you think femininity is. I can only tell you what here in America, what they have given to us, what they put in front of us. I've even done a paper. I did the research and I wrote an article on femininity because men on YouTube started to throw that shit around. And I did it and I explained it. And it's weird because they classified this feminine woman, everything around the feminine woman, the way it was structured is about her fucking appearance. Everything. Everything. She's not feminine when she's having sex with her mate. It's definitely not feminine to be having sex with someone you don't fucking know. You ain't, that's like using the word I'm making love to him. Look, it's a lot that's being lost in translation. It's a lot that is almost like people who just don't know, and you're listening to other people who don't know, and then you start repeating shit that they say. And then when you run into people who do know, it happens what happened on that panel. When y'all talk to me about shit I don't know, you be like, Bob, nah, this is 2021, Bob, and dating is different. When y'all tell me that, I back the fuck up, sit down, and I listen. And then what I'll do is say, well, in our day, this is how it was. And I repeat what y'all say. And today is different. Speak on how it was in our day and compare it to what y'all saying today is. I don't dispute what you younger people are saying about dating today. Is it that motherfuckers can come and dispute some shit about our day? And not even our day, but just like I Googled some shit on femininity, everybody here could do the same thing. Y'all can do the research. It doesn't take long to define femininity. I could pull up Wikipedia right now. I'm a little afraid of pulling up some shit because y'all know what happened up to my last channel. I pulled up some shit and there's no way, no goddamn, what popped up, there's no way that should have popped up. I'm gonna tell you right now, I changed from the G word, that browser, to a whole nother browser to make sure I'm not set up like that anymore. And I'm gonna tell you the reason. I'll talk about that another time, how I think that was a setup, right? I'm gonna tell you everything that surrounded the channel and everything that went wrong and the answers that I received that don't even equate anything. But that's another topic. Let's get back on to this woman who, in the moment, not listening, they just want to confront, right? And I saw that even before the second person came up, I had already seen that the bat signal had been put up. The second person came up to protect the first person. I saw it. I saw it as it happening. So anyway, the first person, though, she turned on the cam. I'm not saying she was unattractive. I can tell you, though, the first thing come to my mind, or should I say the last thing that came to mind was femininity, though. She looked like she was just, like she just came from the gym playing basketball with her boys. And then, see, that's when the topic starts changing. Now, I assumed that me saying what I said to her hurt her feelings, but I didn't hurt her feelings. She hurt her own feelings. And this is what, when I say she hurt her own feelings. If I turned on this cam right now and asked you motherfuckers, do it look like I lost any weight? And y'all say, well, Bomb, I'm going to be honest with you. Look like you gained a few COVID pounds. I asked you a question. You told me the truth. And I'm supposed to blame you for telling me the truth? Is it your fault that you decided to tell me the truth? that you decided not to lie, that you just was standing in what you thought at the time? Or is it my fault for even asking you such a dumbass question when I know goddamn well I've gained 30 motherfucking pounds during this COVID period? Might be close to the 40, but don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. When she turned on that camera, there was a level of confidence that she had with her. When everybody saw her, though, and listen, I wasn't the only person who was like, no man said, nah, no, she looks very feminine. In fact, even the troll was like, well, look, what that got to do with anything? When I asked him, I was like, come on, be honest. Did she look feminine? What that got to do with anything? Instead of just saying, nah, she looked very feminine to me. Why didn't the men or even anybody, like, why wasn't y'all saying, no, she looked feminine? I look in the chat. Nobody's saying she looked feminine. What y'all was saying was that, well, what does feminine look like? What does feminine look like? And that's when y'all want to play games. Y'all want to play games. Femininity is about everything about looks. Every fucking thing. Do your research. Google the motherfucking word. It's about how she speaks. It's about how she's perceived. She speaks to others. She needs to dress a certain way. She needs to look delicate. She looks like she's high value. She knows the forks and spoons and things, but the essence about this femininity thing is all in the look. It's all in the look. You don't even get to talk about the spoons, the salad fork. You don't get to talk about the salsa and have the tea if you don't have the looks already. You don't even get that far if you don't look the part. These men talking about, you're not feminine. Well, some of them are correct when they say you're just not feminine. A lot of us aren't feminine in that way. And you shouldn't be feminine at all times. But there are some women who are into the beauty standards, right? They're into the makeup and the hair. There's a lot of women into that. They taught us that as we're growing up, role playing with our dolls, the makeup, getting our nails done. All of those things are considered femininity, a part of it. And then there's the women who aren't so feminine. It doesn't mean that they're not women. It doesn't mean that they're not sexy. It doesn't mean that they're not beautiful, but they don't dress that feminine standard. They don't meet that. And that's okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now let's go on to part number 2. Because see, I was clear in what I was saying, and I try to make myself clear. People though, when they want to confront, they'll start, but what about what is this? Oh, well, what does that got to do with it? Dude, that's what we was talking about. That's what we were with the topic. And then once I proven what I was talking about, then now they said, well, why does it matter? They'll say, well, why does it matter, Bob? Well, if it didn't matter, then how did we even get into that little discussion? All you had to say in the beginning, before we even gotten to the point in which she turned on her camera and all that shit, somebody should have said, well, yeah, that don't really matter. We don't even care what femininity looks like. We don't even care what femininity is. We don't even care. Like, but then after I proved my point, stand in it, define it, show it, like I did. And she even showed herself. I mean, it's unfortunate that she showed herself. She should have went and did her hair, put on some motherfucking makeup, had her nails done, had on a dress, skirt, At least a motherfucking V-neck, bitch. You got on a motherfucking cam looking like you just came from the gym, bitch. And you want to then have other people look at you and say you're feminine. Now, her feelings got hurt, but she hurt them herself. If I turned on this cam right now and showed y'all my fat motherfucking self, and I asked you, am I skinny? And I start crying because y'all told me the truth. Well, fine, I'm gonna be honest, you got 100 more pounds to lose. And I start crying. And I start saying, they hurt me. Why would y'all do that? Them bitches so mean and mean. And I start walking around in the chat crying for over an hour on how I was insulted. It's like for an hour, like I let it go. I let it go. I didn't mention nothing about it again. It was over. And I'm not talking, I'm not even lying. This shit, she was just a cry. Up your motherfucking tears, bitch. And grow up. Don't ask questions if you don't want the real answers. Because everybody's not here to kiss your motherfucking ass. Especially me. I'm too short. First of all, I'm not bending over. I'm too old to bend. Unless I'm twerking and you put on some twerk music, baby. I go low with it. I go low with it. But if it ain't no twerk music on, I cannot bend, bitch. And I definitely don't bend to kiss no ass. And I definitely not kissing no woman's ass who came up there to correct me, right? On some shit like what's femininity. You coming to tell me about femininity, but that's part one. Now let's get on to part two. So as everything goes on, I truly, y'all know, like I don't hold on to nothing. Apparently she was holding on to it. I didn't know. I didn't care. I wasn't looking, right? I saw in the chat here and there things that were saying. Then all of a sudden, we're talking, right? We continue to talk. It's the conversation flips and flops from here to there, and everything's going good. The troll is still up there. Everything's good. Somebody named Leonard came up. Now, Leonard came up and he told a story. And if everybody would be real, it sounded crazy at first. And what he said was he was married to a woman and didn't find out that she had children until years later. She was hiding children from him. Now think about that. He's married to a woman who had children he knew nothing about. He wasn't married for 6 months, a year, 2 years. He was married for years. Now, so it sounded like, whoa, right? So we asked questions. And the thing about Leonard is Leonard answered every question without hesitation. That's how I know what he said was true. So I'm not saying that he's not telling the truth, but everybody had a question for him. So I don't know why I was the one who was announced as the problem child because I had questions. I don't know. People like to do that. I'm the problem child because I had questions. But other people in the chat had questions, and there was other people on the panel. He answered the questions. But the issue was, it's not about Leonard, because Leonard wasn't a problem. It was the second Mammy who came up there. Mammy number two. Mammy number two comes up, and Mammy number two, Verbal, what's going on 6 days? Dwayne, what's going on, y'all? I'm not gonna make this much longer, but I just want to get this through because the reason I'm telling this story is because my next move, baby, is gonna be based on this story. My next move. Okay. Anyway, so part number 2 is he comes up and tells the story, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Y'all know what I do. I'd be like, wait a minute. There was other people saying something shit too, right? They was like, wait, my man. You know, that was Mr. Music, you know, with that sexy ass voice he got up his, like that radio voice. And there was other people, right? Even Brandy came up and we had questions. I don't know why me having questions made me the problem child, because everybody had questions and people in the chat want to know, right? But there was a woman who came up. This is part number 2. Woman comes up, oh no, I believe him, you know, because women are such liars. These bitches, and I don't think she used the B word. She didn't use the B word, I don't think. But she said she went from a woman lying about to him, his wife, right, to women lying about abortion. Wow. I was like, what? What abortions got to do with what we're talking about? Ooh, you sound triggered. I'm like, what the hell does abortions have to do with what we're talking about? Well, let me tell you how. Because women are lie and they liars and they lie and then when they have abortions, they lie. And I'm like, I couldn't even like there are so when listen, oh my God. And then what's weird about this shit is I watch some people in the motherfucking chat. Because yeah, we THMC, we're gonna have to talk because there was somebody in the chat who we've been rocking with like at a time, right? And it's almost like I think somebody signs up under their name because it don't seem like it's her at times. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be thinking, wait a minute, is that can't be? But then again, I'm like, what? Something is wrong. But you already know me. Now I'm not gonna mention your name right now because I'm gonna wait until I see you, and then we're gonna see if we can get you on the panel, and we're gonna talk about it. Right? We're gonna have a talk. Because and it's not about you disagreeing or whatever. I need to make sure it's you. Because it just don't seem like you. It just don't seem like you. Seem like you got somebody signing under your name, or maybe there's a troll who have an account that look just like yours, and when you not here, they under that. I'm not even motherfucker sure. But let me tell you something. I don't give a motherfucker about whether you disagree with me or not. But when that bitch said that I sound like I'm triggered, why would you? And you was like, Bob, why would you be triggered? Bomb, bomb, bomb. Why would you be triggered? Bomb. And I'm asking you, what made me sound like I'm triggered? See, right now, as I think about you and that fucking shit I saw you do, that's triggering. And that's when them bitch words come out. And that's when I'm like, bitch, I'm confused. And when I see you, and let me look at scroll now, because if I see you in here now, I'm going to give you this link. I'm going to need you to come up here and explain to me. See, this is a motherfucking trigger, bitch. But that bullshit that you was like, well, you sound triggered. I asked the question, what does abortion have to do with women telling lies? And I would like you, if you're here, Taylor, let me see. Let me look. Let me look. Anybody see Taylor? Anybody see Taylor? Well, when you see her, let her know. But I need to know. I need to see if we can have a conversation. Taylor, I need to know. This is what and maybe I saw something wrong. Maybe I read it wrong, right? I may have read it wrong. I could. It could be wrong. But it looked like I thought I saw you say, Mom, why are you triggered? See, she asked me why I was triggered. The young lady who was up there, and I was like, why would I be triggered? That's when I started trolling her. I was like, well, yeah, I had 16 abortions, a few adoptions. I just want to know, when did Bomb ever sound like she triggered just because I asked the fucking question? You've been around me long enough to know that Bomb control. She can ask questions. I'm speaking the way I speak normally. You know this. I understand what a young woman didn't know. She don't know me. You do though. You've been around me long enough to know this is how I speak. So where in the fuck did when I see people I know I rock with who've been around me, even if we disagree, nothing wrong with disagreeing. I'm just wondering, when the fuck did I sound like I was triggered? You see, when that young lady said that I sound like I'm triggered, although I wasn't triggered, that was her trying to insinuate that maybe I had an abortion or 2 or 3 or 4. So you lame ass, stupid ass bitches, y'all can act like you don't hear what the fuck is going on. And a lot of times I act like I'm not hearing, but see, there's a difference between me acting like I don't hear. I don't insult anyone. I just stay out of it. Like I hear people saying different things. They'll ask me questions. I know they throwing insults, and a lot of times I ignore it for the sake of whatever's going on at the time. Right? In my mind, I think wrong place, wrong time. I think to myself, is it worth it? Should I explode now on their ass? Boom! Or should I just let it go? Never think that I'm being tricked. The only time when I am tricked, I let y'all know when I say I didn't see that shit coming. We're going to talk about some things that I did not see coming. We're going to talk about it in the next couple of days because we're going to get it all out so we can move forward, right? There's a lot of things I didn't see coming. Well, not a lot, but there's a few things. There's a few things. While I'm looking at Heckle and John, Heckle and Mr. Heckle and Mrs. Well, I'm trying not to mention no names and make no references to certain groups right now. But don't worry, we know it's coming because it's always gonna be a bloop bloop some motherfucker where, right? But anyway, what triggered me was when I saw what I thought I saw from who I thought I saw it from. I'm like, wait a minute. That's when I started realizing you motherfuckers playing me. Some of you motherfuckers are great for wanting to try to kick a bitch when you think she's down. But let me tell you something. I gotta say it. Hey, my green eyes, I love you so much. Let me say this. Okay. Bomb don't go down, baby. Let me tell you. Y'all didn't know I have powerful baseball-like booty cheeks. Let me say it again to you. Because for you men, I want you to visualize it. Okay? Come with me. Come close. Bomb have 2 basketballs, shape and size, booty cheek. Y'all get it? What does that mean? That means when Bomb fall, her booty cheeks hit the ground like boom, and she bounced right the fuck back up. That's what Bomb has, baby. Bomb bounces right back up. Sometimes the bounce is so motherfucking high, I'd be like, oh shit, it might take me a week, 2 weeks, 30 days, and 30 nights to come back and land on my feet. That's how strong and powerful my booty cheeks are, baby. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. I don't think JL, what you doing, baby, man? Basketball, like y'all know, you guys know when the basketball is brand new, when it's brand new, it's strong, it's tight, right? And when it bounces, it's easier for you to control, long as you know how to control a basketball. Well, you know what I'm saying? And it just bounces a little higher with less strength. You don't have to put much pressure on it to get it to bounce when it's new. Now, when it's older, then you gotta put a little strength in it to get it to bounce. Almost like it deflated a little bit. You gotta give it a little more strength to it. Well, since I'm older, I had to inflate my balls extra, tight. You know what I'm saying? When she falls, some people, you may think that I fell, but what happened is when you look down, you don't see me. What happened was I hit the ground, booty cheeks first, baby. And I was high up above. What you should have did was you should have looked up, bitch. You should have looked up. You and the rest of these no trolling ass motherfuckers with these bloop bloop jokes and these motherfuckers who decide to blame the women for my channel being gone. Niggas trying to claim that they're the reason my channel was gone. Motherfuckers was clapping, oh, her channel is gone. And all this motherfucker shit. Motherfuckers, what happened was you wasn't looking up. If you would have just looked up, you would have saw me ass first, up, slowly coming down to your level, bitch. Okay? I done lost, I think this, if I'm correct, I can go through all the channels. The first time I lost channels, they were back to back. That was 2. That was the first 2. Then I lost another 2. Then, oh boy, Obsidian helped me lose the 5th channel. As I lost the 5th channel, I also lost a 6th channel because the men started to come for me. And this is the 7th channel. And was the 7th channel I lost in 4 years. And most of my channels was back to back. That channel that I just lost was the longest channel I had up with me being active on it. And every time I went live, I've always known my channel could be gone. Because when I lose channels, I don't have any strikes. You see, I'm going to tell you the significance of that in a few. Okay. In fact, I'm not going to tell you. So I'm going to do things different this time. Because I'm spliffing up the website. When I start doing lives that I really want to do on topics that where I really want to talk about, bitch, I'm gonna drag that shit to a website. We could all be over there and I could say what the hell I want, and so can you. That's what we gonna do. I figured out if I'm gonna do it, I well to do it. Because we got some of these companies, they doing what they want to do when they want to do it. Anyway, let's get back. We're gonna get off my booty cheeks. I just wanted to give y'all men that visual of a big old ass, not even a new ass, not even a 22-year-old ass. I'm talking about, think about an 80-year-old ass. Because even though I'm not 80, I figured my ass is so big, it's big enough to be like 3 of me, right? 1, 2, 3. And if I'm 50, and then I'll put mentally, I'm about 45. Physically, though, I'm about 65. And then somewhere in the middle is my, is my maturity age. I'm not gonna tell you that one. And I'm gonna add all that up so it equals to about 80-year-old booty. Okay, so imagine an 80-year-old booty, firm though, but it's still 80. It's firm and it's round, but it's still 80. I just want y'all to remember 80-year-olds could be hot too. I'm gonna put the link out here, y'all, so we can have a little fun. I'm a little concerned about my grandchild here though. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna have us a little fun. I'm not gonna stay on long. I was just popping on y'all just to make sure everything was working right. 3T was going on, Bruce Almighty, Jerome. There's so many of y'all I miss. It's crazy, yo. It's so crazy. I missed y'all. We're gonna have some fun, but to the second person who came up when she mentioned the abortion, that I was thinking to myself, wow, like, is there no low that some of these women won't go? For a woman to bring up abortion, especially as it pertains to Black women. See, the men, when they do it, they're taking shots. Like literally, we know this. The men know this. We know that the men know that we know this. The men, when they come in, well, what about abortions? What about other abortion? Okay, that's a discussion we can have. That's even a discussion we as women can have. It can even be a valid discussion. We might even learn something from it on all sides, right? But we do know this to be fact that when men throw that out, it's an insult. Am I wrong or right about that? It's an insult. Somebody comes up and says, yeah, why y'all having all those abortions? Why y'all doing this? They are trying to take a shot. So let's back up. A woman comes up. We're not even talking about abortion or anything even in that realm. and she brings up abortion. Are y'all telling me she wasn't taking shots? Is that what y'all saying? Am I just being too paranoid, even though I'm not paranoid? I just need to know this, y'all. I need to know because what I'm about to say is how one bitch was getting played, and then she thought she was smart enough to play me while we all watching her get played. Okay, this woman comes up. I'm not even talking about the woman who mentioned abortion so much, right? Because see, I know that I may come off a little rough in the beginning. I know this. You all told me this. I'm still confused about it, but I know it's to be a fact because pretty much all of you have said it. Bomb, you sound, Bomb, you sound so mean. Bomb, when I was here in the beginning, you sound so mean. I didn't really like it. I get it. I don't know why I even like, is it my tone? I'm still trying to figure that out. But to be honest, it's just this is me, right? This is just me. So I understand the new people coming in. I understand the new people being around. They might take me as being hostile, or I get it. Okay, so I get that. But what I want you to know is that a female bringing up abortion in this conversation, that was her taking shots at women. She knew that at the time I was defending women. Now, I'm not a motherfucker genius. I never said I was a genius. I'm not a genius. But I'm going to tell you, she's the friend of the first woman. The first woman feelings was hurt. This woman comes up. The conversation is one thing. She brings up abortion. She knows that I'm defending women in the moment, right? And then, so she mentions that when I asked what they got to do with anything, she really just said, well, women lie. Like, bitch, you are a woman, unless I'm confused. But then what she didn't pay attention to is when I started referring to her, maybe she's a tranny. You know what I mean? I did say that. But I'm letting her know now. If she would have asked me why I accused her of being a tranny, but you know that she never was concerned about me referring to her as a tranny. You know what she was crying about? Me saying bitch. I said, bitch, get out of here. I said, bitch. I wasn't up there saying you ain't nothing but a dirty, low down bitch. You fucking bitch, hold your bitch. I didn't do none of that. None of that. But I did refer to her as a bitch once or twice in my speech, right? And she proceeded to cry. Now, let me tell you something. This is when she brought in Sheila E. and shit. Because Sheila E. came and she said, hey, y'all stop disrespecting one another. Hey, stop doing it. Now, mind you, every once in a while, Sheila had to come and say that. Whether it was to me, whether it was to the men, whether it was Gotti, whether whoever, right? Whether it was Big J, like we all was up there. And sometimes some people got aggressive. I wasn't aggressive to nobody, but in this instance with this, I did tell the other woman she looked like a butch. I guess that's not the B word. And she did look like kind of butchy. She looked like a nigga who would walk up to me and say, sup, sup. I'm not even gonna lie about that. She reminded me of, one of them, and it usually be like them cute men, you know what I mean? Like them men who you be like, damn, you know what I mean? Some of them girls you be like, damn, she kind of she kind of sexy for a dude, even though she's a woman. You know what I mean? That's what she looked like to me. Okay. I don't know what in her mind when she thinks she looked like Cinderella or some motherfucker, but I'm gonna just tell you, chick, you got to do better. You got to do better, ho. Okay. Anyway, I didn't tell her all of that over there. The second chick, she comes up and she on this abortion bullshit, and so I go and I decide, okay, it's time to play. I started playing with her. That's true. I started trolling a little bit. She wasn't even concerned about the trolling part. So after Sheila E say stop it, we all calmed down. Everything got cool, especially with me. Gotti and Gotti kept going back and forth, but that's Gotti, right? I let it go. We moved on to the next topic. Now, every so often, I looked in the chat and the bitch was crying about me calling her a bitch. So I'm calling her a bitch now because, I mean, it hurt her feelings so badly. She started crying and wouldn't let that shit go. Wouldn't let it go. We moved on, conversation moved on. We done had arguments and disagreements and come back in peace again, all of that. Everybody on the panel, the topic moved and moved and moved forward. She was in the chat stirring up bullshit because she was crying about something that happened. Now, this is the problem. Usually I don't care. Boom, boom. I really don't care. Until the end of this stream. Sheila comes to say, okay, I'm about to end the stream. Apparently, the young lady must be still in the chat crying about something that happened over an hour ago now. She comes up and she's like, well, I've never been. And yes, I will take things to my channel. And Sheila E., you're welcome to come to my channel and we won't be disrespected. That's just what she's saying. Hey, babe. She's saying she won't be disrespected. I'm thinking to myself, well, damn, she's still talking about this. Sheila says, hey, but Bob already apologized. I stopped Sheila and I said, well, no, I didn't really apologize, but you asked me to let it go. You said stop and I stopped. And she was like, oh, I thought you apologized. I said, no, I didn't apologize, but I did stop. I said, I didn't know she was still talking about this. And so then I don't know what happens in the chat because I don't really look in the chat much. Next thing I know, Sheila is saying she's about to close it, right? She gonna go because she's tired. And then at the very end, she then informs me, hey, Bob. Well, Bob, you know, this is my channel. I'm like, yeah, it's your channel. I'm cool with that. I know this. I don't know why you're telling me, right? In my mind, that's what I'm saying. She said, well, those are my visitors. And if you disrespect my visitors, that's you disrespecting me. And Bob, you know, you gonna apologize? I said, I didn't apologize, and I didn't see you mention to her disrespecting me or others. So why would I apologize? I said I let it go though. So now she sounds confused, right? She sounds like Sheila don't know what to do. That's when I realized she's being influenced, because do what you're gonna do, grown ass woman, older than me. You're older than me. Do what you're gonna do. Like what we talking about right now, Sheila. Sheila, I'd have been on your panel where you told me and the rest of these women that they got to fend for themselves. I didn't know who you was talking about when I was up there until like I was up there for like an hour and I realized you was talking to the HTMT. You was actually talking about Let's See, and I didn't know that at first. And that's when I started like saying, well, nah, she got girls and she ain't got to do shit alone. And in fact, if y'all didn't notice, that's when I put them initials behind my name. Did y'all notice that? After Sheila, when I realized Sheila was siding on the side when she didn't have the information, and I realized that we all was going over there to her channel, I realized wait a minute, are you trying to send a letter to the women who I fucked with? Okay. Hurry up. I went out and came back in with the THMC initials behind my name. See, I don't do nothing for nothing. Everything I do, there's a reasoning behind it. And I told her, I'm with them. And so, no, Let's See, don't have to fight by herself because she got a lot of strong women who gonna support her. And I asked her, I said, you know damn well your family had your back, your peoples had your back. well, Bob, sometimes after school, Bob, you might not have your girls with you and you gonna have to fight. I said, and when she's alone, and if that's happened, then she'll fight. But when she is not alone, then she ain't gonna have to do shit alone. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you ain't got to do shit alone. Let's see. Okay. Even if I wasn't there, you ain't have to do shit alone because you ladies had come together to support one another. I watched the men even support you, even though they may not have been that active, except some. Some of the men was right there with you. Okay. And I'm gonna give a shout out with his sexy red bone ass from the New York City. I ain't gonna say his name. And there was some other men who had y'all back without getting involved because they was trying to be, they men. You know what I mean? They men and they were like, okay, long as no other men really come for them. And even some of the men, like when I saw some things that I was watching, and I was proud. Some of the ladies, I know y'all wasn't seeing it the way I was seeing it. Like people don't have to agree with what you're doing, but when they come and they be like, nah, leave, why are you still after them women? When they even say just that, because they're not supposed to, they don't want to actively fight, but to question another man why he's doing something, that in itself is him trying to just give a little input that, hey, maybe this is going too far. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna put the link up. Let me do that real quick. And we're gonna get it. I think that we made some progression. See, everybody think every time we have a little conflict, people think of it like it was a fight and it was negative. When you get older, you realize that just by you having a confrontation, and if you're able to even solve something like, hey, I saw you do this, and somebody said, well, I didn't mean it that way, and then you'd be like, okay, I understand. And as long as it may not be where y'all gonna be friends, it might not even be really friendly, right? But at least you're able to voice yourself. That's good. That's progress, right? I think we are going to do great, family. Okay, it's everything not gonna be smooth sailing, and if it was, it would be boring. If we was over here all kumbaya and shit, I'm agreeing with everything you say, and you agree with everything I'm saying. We would just go, we wouldn't, what we gonna start busting out in gospel music or some shit? If you're looking for gospel music, you got to go down 2 miles because it's far away from this place, baby. You got to go straight up Highway 10, 2 motherfucking miles, and take a right, then take a left, then go another 3 miles. Then you're gonna listen. You're gonna head your ass from Delaware to California if you're looking for gospel music. Anywhere in my vicinity, it does not exist. We are going to continue to have our conversations. We still gonna even have conflict. And we're going to work through this shit and we're going to have fun. We're going to educate one another and we're going to be good. I will put just a few little small details, and up until I feel like it, and it may not ever happen, when I'm not here, shit getting shut down. I'm no longer gonna give somebody control of my shit like that no more. Maybe unless I was going somewhere for a couple of hours, something like that, or during the day. But if I'm going to sleep and I'm away for anything over 2 hours, I'm locking shit down. Okay. Let me grab this link. How do I only been gone away 1 month. I forgot how to do shit. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I just want I didn't finish the end of the story, right? So Miss Sheila informed me that if I didn't apologize, that I wasn't welcome back over. Now, I was like, wait a minute, because see how she did it? So wait a minute. She told Let's See and the rest of you that you got to fend for yourself, right? That means fight your own battles. But yesterday, there were some women and they felt insulted. And instead of them dealing with it, conversating to where we could come to an agreement, they may have gotten an apology from me, may not, whatever, right? But what happened was they cried for over 2 hours about the B word, right? For over 2 hours until Sheila decided to tell me and inform everybody, well, since they are my guests, and since you disrespected my guests, then you, who is also my guest, you don't get to be my guest no more unless you apologize. And I'm looking at her like, I can't believe you trying to get me to say I'm sorry, because I'm not. And on top of that, you made it worse by making it seem like I disrespected you because I disrespected them. But Sheila, yeah, I'm telling you right now, bitch. The only reason this live is going on right now is because of you, right? Yeah. And so I want you to know that no, you ain't never got to worry about me coming by you. Not ever. Like, there was only 3 motherfuckers over there before me, bitch. When I went over there and popped up in your analytics hole, that's when you started getting people. You've been on this shit doing your live streams for years. And the most people you ever had in your motherfucking live stream was about 6 motherfuckers. I hopped on your shit. Even when I wasn't hopping on it, I was sharing it. Letting people know, hey, Bomb gonna be over there. Hey, letting people on my Facebook know, Bomb gonna be over there. Y'all want to come hear what I'm talking about? Want to go have some fun? Now you got what you get about 30, 40 people over there when we over there, and then your ass gonna think you gonna tell me what the fuck? Mom, you gotta apologize or you can't come over no more. Well, bitch, let me tell you something. This is what I'm saying. Because you sounded like you were saying, Mom, you gotta apologize. My mama said you can't come over no more, girl. If you don't apologize, you got to apologize. But bitch, I'm letting you know we not friends. You will never get that apologize. Now, those young women, that is to be determined. Where I get the link from? Oh, here we go. That is to be determined. Anybody who disagree with me, I'm okay with that. Y'all can come up and let me know. Y'all know how we do it, baby. We grown. You have the right to tell me how you feel about what I'm talking about right now. But first, I gotta find y'all. I forgot y'all on Opera. I gotta go over here to the Opera. Here we go. So if you disagree with what I'm saying, and you could calm me down, and you're like, Bomb, hey Bomb, it's not that serious. And I'll listen to you. Y'all know how I do. I'm able, but other than that, though, yeah, Miss Sheila, I'm never coming over to talk. Girl, you ain't got to worry about me. And I'm talking about save the drama for your mom. Listen, you ain't never got to worry about me coming over. And listen, you welcome to come over here. And when you come over here, we could talk about it. But when you took shots at my girls, bitch, you should have known. I didn't think I'm gonna just sit back, let's see, and just let it be. Like, let y'all be. It hurts me to my heart when I see y'all fighting, but I know y'all women. You know what I mean? And I let y'all do y'all thing.
That's how I took it too far, Bomb. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, I gotta email you what they did.
I saw that what they did, or you talking about somebody else?
Like that side, you know?
Oh, okay.
You know the other side? They targeted somebody who wasn't even in the beef.
I heard, yeah, I think somebody, was it you or somebody text me, but anyway, don't make don't say it up here because it might be some people don't know.
I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna email you about it. But
okay,
yeah, Sheila, she been throwing digs. She tried to say we witches and stuff. Well, if you think we witches, then don't you think you'd be nice to witches? Like, girl, like when you be nice to somebody, you think it's gonna hex you?
girl, they stupid. Of course they're not gonna be nice. And so am I wrong when she had that stream say every man for himself. Was she talking about you?
Possibly. I don't know. I stopped watching her. She took
Oh,
away
okay.
my wrench and stuff, and her
Oh,
mods blocked me. So
oh, damn.
yeah,
Yeah.
she literally used that beef between me and Aunt, and then she used
Uh-huh.
your likeness to get views with her stupid ass.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't know
okay.
y'all. Why y'all didn't hit me up in the back and say, "Bomb, why this is what's going on." I didn't know because I would have
No, we
never.
didn't know either until we rewatched the stuff. Like, because when she did that live about, um, where it was El Nixon and them, they was
Mhm.
charging you up and stuff, and she was like, "I'm older than you." Da 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 this, da 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 da. It was like, hold on. And so then that's when Verbal made her live saying, "Oh, you know what? If you mess with what you call it, if you mess with Bomb, then you messing with us, and we gonna sting your ass," you know.
Wait, she said she made a video about me.
No, Verbal said that if she made a public announcement, like if anybody messes with you, that's like messing
Oh,
with us, and so
yeah,
we're gonna, we're gonna tag you. We're gonna
yeah.
tag them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so that's
Well,
basically what we've been doing. Like whoever been messing with you, we're gonna mess with them.
okay, yeah. See, I didn't know she was messing with me because except yesterday. Yesterday is when I look, I'm listening. She's like, I'm older than Bomb. I'm older than Bomb. And I was like, yeah, she is older than me. So that's not a problem. She's a couple of years older than me. I mean, but she's not just because she's old in age. That's all I mean. Because I mean, I'm not gonna say it. Yes, I am. Y'all know I'm gonna say it. The bitch is dumb. Come on now.
She is dumb.
She and all she keeps saying is in 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 the real community. Remember that day she was talking about? No, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to my Facebook. I'm gonna if somebody could go
We the
in there.
same women that she don't like, right? But why she try to use us? Remember, she was like, "I'm gonna get Bomb and Lexi on you niggas and stuff." Like, oh, but
It's
then a
been
couple of days later, you don't like Bomb and Lexi. So you know what? I'm gonna use some same jokes the niggas said about you against you now, cause I'm agree. SK was right when he called you an animal, cause he ain't called me an animal. He ain't called you an animal. Bomb. He called her animal, and she being a pick me to a man who called her animal. All the niggas in
okay.
her chat was calling her animal, and she ain't take away their ranches. She ain't saying nothing. That's how dumb she is, bro. These pygmies, they're
Hello.
really dumb.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hey, I saw some of what went down, and it's definitely gonna be a divide, and it's that hierarchical stuff that I really don't like. It's the and I know I flexed on old girl saying you can't tell me then where you're in that, but that's generally a lot of flex. I just did that because she always coming at people about that, but not that. But it's just gonna be a divide between wifey, not wifey, who ratchet, who bougie, who a homeowner, who got education and this and that. It's all the stuff that men use to divide us. And some women in their hierarchy, they want to be in the top of the men's hierarchy as the wifey material, churchy, moral person. And kind of, and some people don't take the Bible literally like that, and some still like to go by that old stuff, and that's the divide that I see that's finna be there. It's like have nots, husband, wife, wifey material, which is all bullshit that divide women.
Of
That
course,
I hate.
first of all, it's bullshit, and that's why I come on here to show that it's bullshit, right? Because they will call me trashy. They'll say, and I mention me, uh, twerking and all that, right? I joke about all that shit, and
Mhm.
yet I am the only one who's married all those years because even she's divorced. So where was that Christian Natalie and all that shit that they praise? Why didn't it save their fucking marriages? See,
Exactly.
so she's divorced. She'll tell you all about I'm married so many years, but she don't tell you what happened to it. You know, or why she not married again? See, because it wouldn't be hard for me to get married again. Somebody tried to come up, but something happened. I heard
And
it,
it's,
but
I just sure wish women could agree on the things we could agree on, and the other shit, let people, yeah, it ain't for one person to dictate everything about somebody else.
I
I
agree.
want to twerk. I need a good twerk. A good twerk is a valuable thing. Don't discredit the power of the good twerk. So it take all them sides. You got to be sexy, classy, slutty. and all that.
Exactly. They just don't want women having fun. Like
And
these
this,
niggas just want Stanford wives, you know, just
them
for
men
women
just
to
want
feel
control. They don't even.
exactly. They
They
don't want
want to control women. They come out, well, in my order, it should be disciplined, and I set the standard. And I'm like, dude, everything you said, and I ain't nobody to be talking about no long-term marriage. Hell, I'm still wearing my first husband last name. But it's not about they like, I got to dictate this, I got to take control, and you have to listen to me. I'm like, baby, we talked about all that. You ain't got to come at us like this, that, and this dictatorship and this faux biblical bullshit that they have. They want to take a moral stance, and they not moral people, the men. And it's all to play women against each other, and we playing into the bullshit, and I don't like it. It's like women can't just see the bullshit.
Koja, you know how bad it is. One time I was on the you know, like where Reg and them try to lie and say we was making fun of people 1950s. Well, actually, they took the stuff out of context. We were trying to tell the men that why would y'all want to go back to the 1950s? Like, that's stupid. It wasn't ideal for nobody unless you was a white man, you know. But these dumb niggas, they want control over black women so bad that they rather suffer through the Jim Crow laws just so they can, you know, live out their
They
misogyny.
want us, they want to be able to do to us what white men did to us, so they could feel like they're equal. Black women, we got to treat you like the slave masters treat you, and then we'll be equal to them in addition to school. It's crazy. They want
So let me ask y'all this so we can get on a kind of like a topic. Do y'all disagree? What? I'm sorry.
He's
Girl,
so
he over here
cute.
being bad. So when I asked them what time they wanted to go back to, and the guy said the 50s, and that woman said, "Yeah, I agree." And I was shocked, you know what I mean? But that's when I realized, but I knew she was a mammy, or what y'all call them, male identified, when she did that. Because
Man, bomb. I
so
heard
do
some women say
y'all agree that the 50s wasn't good for not black men
hell
nor
no, it was
I
black
don't
scary.
even know what the 50 was about. I know it was bullshit because I don't even want to go back to the motherfucking 80s in which I grew up in. So I damn sure don't want to go back to no 50s because the 80s wasn't even good.
Man, wasn't the 50s where they had like literacy tests, like for people to vote and stuff, and that you had to sit in the back of the bus and shit. Who the fuck want to go through that?
In the fucking 50s, we was
Right.
riding on the back of trucks up north to work, and it was better up north than it was down south, but the shit still was raggedy as fuck in the 50s.
Yeah, I think I'm good on the
Hey,
50s.
Jason.
Oh, who came? Oh,
I think,
Jason.
yeah, Jason came in.
Is that the twin with the perm, or is that the other one?
Oh, he muted right now. Maybe something's happening. I'm not sure.
Those
good.
people have no actual factual basis in history. What they talk about, they talk about some imaginary Leave It to Beaver bullshit that didn't exist for black women.
They saw a TV show, right? They saw a TV show, like what's the name of that show? Those gangster shows. They had a couple of black ones, and they think that that's how it was for black people in America. And I'm like, no, what those shows are showing how it was for white people, but they put black people in those situations. That's it. For movies. And that's how they live. They're living through movies.
And I
I
don't
think
want
the
to be no
minister
Florida
take-
and James Evans. Fuck that. Florida and James Evans, they was a family, but I ain't trying to have that struggle shit either.
I think that's what the black manosphere does. They take like what white men experiences and then they apply it on themselves, but they eliminate, you know, the element of racism. You know, you don't have the same. Yeah, we live in a patriarchal society, but we also live in a racist society. So like, why the hell? I don't even know why. No, I don't even understand why a black man would even want to go back to that time period. Like, I think some of these men are a bit slow.
These men want some black exploitation mixed with some Jim Jones cultures, pedophilic type stuff. Where
wait a minute, because I want to lump all the men together. So maybe we do have Jason up here. Maybe Jason could tell us what, if he had the time period to go back to, which would he go back and which one? You hear Jason?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, my brother? I miss you.
Hey,
I
what's
miss
up?
you, babe.
I miss you,
I'm-
and you ain't gotta
you-
lose none of that. I like it all.
if
Listen,
you had a time
listen.
frame to go back to,
No, I really actually came up here
oh,
because
okay.
I wanted to spread the awareness that why isn't the Black manosphere talking about this pedophile that just blatantly said he liked young girls, especially young girls that have no mother that cares about them or
Mm,
no daddy that cares about them. He wants them to be impoverished so he can have leverage.
right,
No one's talking about this guy, and he's a part of the manosphere.
right. We I spoke on him with
Actually, GNT did
BMT.
a live.
Yeah, we did the live one, and
Yeah, but
T-
we
I see a
Tanya
lot of people did
TKO.
a live on them.
but
It was a lot.
isn't that
Tanya
messing up the
TKO is
brand?
handling right now. She's live now.
I
Talking
don't
about,
really watch her.
but she
Something
gonna
about
make
her
it go
just makes,
viral, though. See,
yeah, something
that's why
about
I
her
said.
just make my spirit itch a little bit.
I just look at it as as much as they would like for it to go back, it's done. Women have the right to work. They have the right to make their own decisions. The most we could do is try to be better as a people. You know what I'm saying? Try to
They not even factual about that because Black women was always working. I tell them during the
Yeah, that's what
bus
I say. That's
boycotts,
what I
during
say.
the boys boycotts, them white women was going getting their Black maids. That meant there was some working women, but they want to give this example because they see the
But
women
let
in
me
their
tell
dresses.
you
They was
something.
going
Let me
picking
tell
up
you
them women.
something.
We was working.
Let me tell you something that I found out. That the standards are only for the Black woman. I mean, if any other woman acted the same way, they would accept it. It's just the Black woman has to have these outrageous standards. I mean, do y'all agree or disagree?
I agree. And the women who are saying, I'm willing to step up to those things, those are the women they want to say, oh, well, we're going to protect you. But only thing we want you to do is go and subdue those other women. We need you to go get them other bitches in check. It's just like when somebody accused of racism, they hire somebody of that race to defend them as the attorney. If a man accused of sexism or sexual harassment, he hires a woman so it gives the appearance we use your kind to subdue you. And I say with pimping, they always have one of the young prostitutes come and befriend the other one to use them to let your guard down because you're more likely to do that with another woman than a man coming. Yes, sister, come on in, let me groom you, let me break you, let me show you how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like this. And that's some mess because at the end of the day, neither one of us had control over what sex we were born. And if your only argument is that you should make the decisions of the family, not because you're the most qualified, the most knowledgeable about the subject, it's simply because you was born with some balls and you didn't even have control over that. If that's the only reason you should get to make the decision, then you can't dumb me down with that. Now you come to me with some facts, some figures, and some other stuff that say why we should do this. I'll follow you all day, man. But it got to be more than just you got some balls and some testosterone. And that's what they want, women to not question anything. This is what I say, go, da 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 da. And if you don't say it or do it, then you don't get
Yeah, but
protection and provision.
they only throw the masculinity around on the internet.
But they ain't masculine. They ain't even providing everything. They women working. So you can't take a modified something and then want 100% of something. If I got to modify and come out this house to work, you got to modify some other stuff. And I've heard some of these women, my single mama, I ain't never been hungry. I ain't never had a lights off. I ain't never had a food off. Now, we might not live in the blessed place, and my mama still ain't had but 3 phone numbers in my life, and I'm 47 years old. So these people up here come and talk about their husbands, and you done been homeless, and you ain't got this, and you ain't got that, and you struggling. You can't tell me nothing. You ain't working in your masculine role being the provider if you ain't doing it 100%.
Even what the sad part is, even if
But
the girl, even if the woman, even let's say let's say the older men, they're not trying. I don't know if y'all picked this up. they're not trying to. They're not trying to pick up women your age. They're going after women less C's age. They want the young women, and because now the brothers are younger and they're making, good money at a young age, they are mad because it's more harder because now the young women don't need to pull these tricks like they used to back when I was coming up because I'm 37. So now there's no high school girls, there's no college girls for them to go after. So they get on YouTube and say, well, we got a campaign against this because if you look at it, they even put down the young brothers and try to say they can't do nothing. Well, those days are gone. These days, young brothers couldn't do something for a girl. And I'll be damned if you tell my son that he got to compete with an old motherfucker because he got money.
Historically, this has been the thing, and it is just a watered down version of when you see them polygamy cults and stuff. The old men got the young women because they had the money. But when women have the opportunity to work for themselves, you're right. You can't come and tell me you could buy me a hairdo now because the age at which women are getting married now, they already got their own homes or condos or townhouses, they own credit, they own bank accounts, their own everything. Because women ain't getting married at 18. And I was in one of those relationships where my husband was 32 and I was 17 on the cusp of 18. And he was not the worst I could have ran into. And he didn't cheat. He had his other own kind of crazy. But he told me, I thought you wasn't set in your ways. Basically, I thought I could mold you. I thought your mind wasn't formed. And that is a predatory relationship. And they want women that are not on an equal playing field.
A lot of women don't even know they were taken advantage of. They don't even know they were victims. They think because they consented, that it's nothing wrong with it, but it is something wrong with it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a father of 2 girls. I would not want my daughters dating a man my age.
Exactly.
I think I think if I'm going to jail for anything, I'm going to jail for that. And then another thing, my brother, he met his girl in high school. They both doctors, and they got married when they got older, and they got their life together, and they married. And you see, that's why I say, that shit that used to happen back in the days when I was coming up, that's gone. And the old men are mad. If you look at it, you don't see you see most of the men, they're either in their late 30s, early 40s, or 50s complaining about young women. They really not targeting the older women. They try to say the older women are jealous, but no, they're not jealous. They just trying to protect their daughters from the perverts.
When you go into, and this is just follow the analogy. When you go into female genital mutilation or female circumcision, it is the older women that hold the girls down. It is the older women that shame the girls into doing it. And you got these old broken-minded women that's literally trying to hold the women down to metaphorically circumcise women of their independence to make them acceptable, because now they're the elders and they're revered now as the knowledgeable ones, and their job and goal is to break the spirit of young women to accept that BS, and at the same time be condescending towards them and have a higher.
Okay, we got back up. We got to do some backing up. Okay, so hey Burbu, I'm sorry I walked away when I made y'all co-host. My grandson running up and down steps.
That's okay. Hey, I'm good. I miss you so much. Oh my God, I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Your voice and girl.
Did y'all disagree with anything with the Shirley thing? Because maybe y'all saw it before I did, because I didn't see it until yesterday, really, when I started looking.
Oh, okay.
Nah, she been tripping.
Yeah, see, I didn't know.
Look at Verbal looking all cute in that photo. Oh,
yeah,
you finna make some
Verbal
people mad. It finna have a whole PSA on you.
Now, what you were saying, Koji, about the older women, and you talk about holding women down. Well, that's another culture. That's cultural. And those women, they think they're doing something right for those young women. And that's another culture. So I'm not gonna speak on it
I was
because
just trying to use it as a
Yeah, but
metaphor
I don't
of
think
how
it's
they're
I don't think
trying
it's an age
to.
thing though.
I just was
yeah, it's
using it
not
as
an
a
age thing on
metaphor
that because
of
that's
how
cultural.
mentally they're to
I think
break the
it's
spirits of young women.
yeah, I think it's more of a like mammies, they kind of take the identity of men. So to me, I'm just like starting to put two and two in my mind, and I think a lot of them are predatory, especially like when you listen how these women attack other women. It's always on a sexual thing. So
Well, so let me tell you, I could every single one of those women, and I know which ones come to mind. I'm not gonna mention the name, okay? Not yet. We're gonna handle that when it's time. But these are the ones who want the attention of the men, and they've tried different ways, including their sexual prowess, right? The way they this being sexy thing, but they realize that can't keep a man. That alone cannot keep a man. You could be as sexy as fuck. And these men will come. They will buy you a few things and lay with you. But most of them, if you can't keep their attention, then they gonna go on to the next one. And so in the case of that, who I'm thinking about and a few others, they learned that they couldn't keep the man even through their sex, their sexual being sexy. And so then they started paying. Some of these women, if you look, they pay. Yeah, they pay. Oh, not this. They paying the men, and they trying to get their attention. And so now what they're doing is siding with the men in order to get their attention.
Yeah, it's
And I could
very
prove that.
pathetic. It's so pathetic. It's so sad. Even though those certain women that you're referring to, they really turned my stomach. There's also a part of me, part of me that actually feels very sorry for them, because to come into your womanhood fully is to know who you are. There is no one who can tell you who you are. No one can shame you for anything, and no one can control what you do, say, or think. You don't need the validation of anyone, male or female. And I actually wish that for every woman to be able to come into that, because that is when you find your peace. I have definitely found mine. And I used to be, as a younger woman, you know, feeling or thinking that I needed the approval of other people, by what I did, what I said, what I wore, how I looked. And it's just such freedom to really, truly enjoy who I am, and I'm not for everybody, right? None of us are going to be for everybody. But I see these women attempting to be that. And it's embarrassing. It's very pathetic. It's very sad. But there are women that you just can't save. You cannot reach. You know what I mean?
Right. And
I
so,
feel like some of those women are like, you ever seen that series called For My Man?
yeah.
It's a crime series, and that's part of the reason why I don't really mess with women who are really that, down with the penis worship. Yeah, as a sexual, not as a, well, as a heterosexual woman, penis is nice, but it's not everything. Like, I don't think women should really worship and, fall at
But even
the
for my
ground for,
man, even for that series, those women who end up killing and robbing banks for their man, that's not about penis. She's searching for a daddy or a man to love her. He don't even have to be having sex with her. It don't have to be good. She doesn't realize that yet. So it's not about penis worship. It's these women are searching for that male figure who will love them, but they're seeking it in the wrong types of men instead of finding the right type of men. And I agree with some of the men when they say, hey, I was there for, I was, willing, but she overlooked me. She overlooked me and she wanted the bad boy. Because, and listen, you can't tell a woman what to like and what not to like, but I do think a lot of young women, society has given us a view of the type of man we should like. Don't y'all agree? Like the geek was looked upon as a negative in my day. Like if he was wearing glasses and he was good in school, then he had to be a geek, and we had to be with the jocks. And the jocks need to be with the cheerleaders, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yes, I do agree with you on that. I do agree that that is something that has happened. I think it happens though on all sides, because you also have the nerdy girl, you have the girl who's plain, the girl who's studious. She's not popping and dropping it like it's hot. She doesn't have, all this flashy stuff on. She's a good girl.
Right.
And those nerdy guys who would probably match with her don't want her. They want the popular chick. They
Right.
want they want the fly chick. That
They want
so
the girl. They want
it's
the
all
the
the way
cheerleader.
around.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
the way around. That's what society, especially in our society, has done to us, and that's why a young woman may end up with you want to end up with a bad dude. We bypass that educated dude who was reading the books. He may even still be going to school, and we want to date the fly one because he was able to get a car. It's not much of a car, but it's a car, and he want to run around with the other women cheating on you, and you just want a piece of him. I think I shared that song, a little bit of it. I was on somebody else's panel, I think. Maybe
But you
she
know
was.
what
I'm not sure.
else, Mom? Though I'm glad on TikTok you have a lot of men that are around my age that are admitting, the so-called lames or whatever. They admitted that the reason why a lot of Black women didn't like them was because their hygiene. They say, yeah. Now that I look back at it, I was musty. I didn't take baths, and I was awkward. So I had to
Mhm.
outgrow that.
Yeah.
And
See, your generation different though. See, when we
mhm,
speaking about is different generation. Your generation is a generation of y'all have knowledge or access to it. And so a young man, like I had a son, I have sons. At one time, if I were to be honest, I had to tell them to get their ass in the tub. It wasn't a thing because they wasn't even thinking about girls back then. You see? But when they start thinking about girls, that's when they always was asking me to buy that what's called Ask that spray. I was buying body sprays, and they wanted this and that and deodorant, and they wanted colognes, and that's when I noticed they was
and
into girls.
boys
But
when they go to the liking girl stage, that stuff be so funny. It remind me of like when my little brother he started liking a girl and he'd be on the phone with her. His voice wasn't deep, but whenever he'd be on the phone with the girl, he would deepen his voice.
yeah. So
So
so when the men are complaining about the women not liking them because of this, that, and third, there's there's a reasoning for that to a degree, and it's socialism. Where they socialized us that way. They put certain things in our heads. I was looking at anybody looked at the Breakfast Club? That
No.
some of y'all too young, but it's a good
nah.
it's a
Oh, like
one of
you
the
talking about the movie?
the movie, The Breakfast Club. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you was talking about the talk show with
Oh no, the movie. So the movie, if you pay attention, there was a group of people, both good and bad, right? Who ended up with detention for whatever reason. And we ended up with the nice virgin wanting the guy who was the jock. He would have never even spoken to her because she was not on that level. So I grew up on movies like that, and then they made them romantic. So if you was a young girl or even a young boy in that at that time, those movies were showing you what you should be going for. So I should have been going for the jock or the
I
bad
ain't
boy.
gonna lie
Either
to you. When I was even though I was a nerd, all the guys that liked me were athletes. So that's funny. I was busy
Yeah,
did
being
them
a
they
boring
did
nerd.
they
guys
like
be
you
dating
or
across
did
the
they?
board. They
Huh?
be trying to fuck everybody.
No,
Coaches,
they real
team.
life like me.
I'm telling you, the girl in school got the star football player. He ain't shit now. He just alcoholic. But everybody was saying this girl, she looked like a mullet fish. I know she did because when I was a little girl, I said it. So when we got in high school and everything, it said it's confirmation. And she got pregnant. And they're like, who your baby daddy? And it was like the star football. They're like, no, it ain't. She lying. She lying. Well, guess who her baby daddy was? The star football player.
Because
But
if they
how
good,
long can you have a delayed reaction to your high school days, man? You better go to therapy, my son could not do a push-up when he lived here with me. My son in the gym all the time. Now I done got him some muscles and everything. Whatever you didn't like about you, when you get money and resources, you better go to change it. If you ain't got no muscles, get your ass in the gym and work out. If you wore glasses, buy you some contacts if your mama won't buy them. Fix your teeth. Whatever you feel and then do the stuff on your mind. We ain't all came out the starting gate fast. Some of us is the hair, and I mean the tortoise, and some of us was the hair. So if you was the tortoise, go on and finish strong and fix your childhood. Don't be 30 and 40 and 50 years old still complaining about some damn high school. That's
Yeah,
so crazy.
this is
Yeah,
this
that
is the
is kind
negative.
of weird.
This is the negative part about the internet. They are actively showing the world a whole group of both black men mostly and some black women, right? Because they crying too about things, but they on here crying about some shit that happened over 10 years ago. Because by the time you're 30, you should have been out of school at least 12 years, right? By the time you're 30, because you graduate what, right? 18 or
18.
younger? That's
Yeah.
right. So by the time you're 28, that's 10 years. So if you 2 more years, that's 12 goddamn years. You had 12 years to better yourself. And what is bettering yourself? Bettering yourself is doing what you feel is best for you in order to better your life, whether that is to get a wife that you desire, a type, or a man that you desire, or a job that you desire. We got people who really want that young man, what's his name? Hood conservative. I'm not even lying. He kept saying, where are the rules? Give me the rules so I can follow them. Give me the book. I'm like, dude, are you serious?
They
It's
want to
chaos
Where's
without
avoid rejection. They want to avoid rejection. They want to say, if I do X, Y, Z, you can't turn me down. You have to do this, this,
right.
and that. They don't want to have to put themselves out there and face the fact that you get rejected. Everybody done took an L in life, in love. If you ain't
All
took
of
an L,
us.
then you ain't. And they act like they too scared to take the L. Either you get out and don't complain. You got to buy you some toys. Or you take the chance and take the L. You're gonna take the L sometime, and hell, a lot of times, and then you might find the one who you like. But if you ain't in it, you ain't gonna get it. And you cannot beat nobody over the head with the Bible or structure and shame them and into being with you and acting like you want to act, and get no guarantee that if you do X, Y, and Z, that you're gonna get the result. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win.
They
Hell,
be
old
trying
white
to,
people get married at 80 years old and they still be trying.
they be trying so hard to like figure out how to trick women into liking them. It's just like so weird and predatory to me.
It is, but you know, it's most of these men, some of the ones that I've seen, if they would just be themselves and be okay with the woman who is being herself, they'll find each other. You know what I mean? But you can't just be yourself. Don't want to be a achiever. Don't want to really go out and and really work. You want shit to fall in your lap, and then you want that woman who's have to put money in to keep her shape up, keep this. They don't understand our hair. They don't understand eating healthy. They don't understand going to the gym. Because most of these men, when they still going to the gym, like my sons, they go under my membership. You see? My
You
sons
know
go to
what's
the
funny,
gym under my
Mom?
huh?
They don't even go to the gym. Some of these men be out of shape and they be ugly.
Oh yeah.
When they be talking about women, they be describing themselves honestly.
Yeah. See, if you live
Rejection
closer,
is real.
I would introduce you to my sons. There's a few of you I would introduce to you to my sons. What? What? He told me no and took the cookie. Look at this. So, Lord. But no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm watching them sit on YouTube with my big ass all day as they talk about how they want a woman who will take care of herself. She should be taking care of herself. I'm like, dude, when do you go to the gym? You
They
on here
want you
with
to
me
be
all day.
sexy, but they don't want to buy no lingerie. Well, lingerie
They
costs.
don't. They don't.
And
They
Right?
then
don't
they
go to
listen to
the
somebody
gym.
talking about you shouldn't be giving no woman no money. Well, you bring your ass up in my house and want to eat my food I cook, and you don't think you should give me no money. You suck up my air conditioner when you over here, and you think you're gonna come here and eat and get meals and this and that, and you shouldn't have to pay for something.
That's what they
They want
want.
us to be pretty, but they don't want to buy the dress.
Right.
Buy the dress.
There you go. They want, because they want, let's say they met this woman and she's pretty and everything, hair done. And then they start dating. She moves in with him. Then that's when he realized how expensive she is, right? Because now he has to feed her. She may help with the rent and things like that. Now he started realizing how much money she put in them shoes that he liked, those purses, her hair done, her nails, the shit that they say they want that equals femininity. Some of these men don't want to help pay for that.
And they
call
don't
the-
even realize they want women to be natural, right, with their natural hair, but they don't even realize that
That's
natural
more
hair
expensive.
products are expensive.
Yes, that's more expensive.
Yep.
That's
And
more.
it's time consuming.
Right. Oh man, that is way more
But
expensive.
listen who they were listening to. The man who ain't got no woman. We don't know if he never had no woman, live in his grandma basement or whatever, and might hit women. And that's who they was listening to. It's like, please do not, if I could listen to anybody, it's not gonna be him. And then you listen to somebody who married 3 times and picked wrong. If I had did it 3 times and picked wrong, you're telling me your method is not working. And what they say, insanity doing the same
You the
thing.
wrong person. He don't like hearing that. When I tell him that, when I say, you ever looked at yourself to see what the problem? Nah, them bitches, one of them just want to be with her mama. Well, why would you choose a woman who would choose her mother over you? Because I be goddamn, let me tell you something. I had to put my foot down on my husband, but if he wouldn't have, listen, if I moved away, I know damn well this man followed me. Okay? He don't even talk to his mom today because when I had to put my foot down, which I never really wanted to do much, because you don't want no man to have to choose between you and his mother, but she just refused to let off the gas. Even when she saw she was losing, she would call him and say how she wanted to commit suicide. My mother-in-law was doing the most, baby.
And,
doing the most.
and if you chose somebody that's that dependent upon their mother, that is a you issue. You wanted her to be dependent on you like she was dependent on her mama, and her mama just won. You didn't win because you didn't make her feel secure enough to change that dependency. If you wanted a dependent person, he didn't do it.
Honestly, I know who y'all talking about, and I can see why women don't stick around, because you're gonna need like about a whole year's supply of aspirin dealing with that man. That's a whole headache.
I could tell you, think about it, ladies. We all up here, right?
Mhm.
What kind of man you have to be dealing with where you will choose your mother over him after you married him? So what I suggest, yep. So what I think happened, and he hate when because he don't like me much, but he like me. You know what I mean? He don't like when I speak on him much. But this is the thing: military men. Remember, he said that one of them is not from the States. The last one not from the States, and that's the one who chose the mother. So think about it. You married a military man, you already know you're going to have to leave because you know he's not from your country. But you still married him anyway, knowing you ain't going nowhere. What they think that is? That sounds like green card to me every day, all day.
That sound like benefits. She married him for the benefits, and then she didn't really like him. Right. I can't blame her though, because he don't have a likable personality. You don't even have one of them personalities that you know men trick you with. I don't even see him having a good what they would call in communication of face. Like that's what the personality that you present to everybody when you first meet them. I don't think he has a good face either.
Yeah.
You remember I think it was Maury Povich or one of them shows, they used to have this guy come in the military for the bad teams. They had a white one and a black one.
Oh, yeah.
That white one worked at my job at the prison. And I was like, and he was a cool guy, but he said all his canned goods was turned the same way. They had to be level with a ruler, and I was like, your wife do that? He like, nah, I do. I said, good, because me and you'll have a hard time. But he was really into that structure, and that is some of that stuff is a mild form of OCD.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he have OCD?
Oh, but I'm saying some of these men be so into that thing that they can't actually live with another person. They actually, you know, and or maybe it's some Asperger's or some other stuff that's on the spectrum that we didn't know about back then, and they just insist. But what Dr. Phil said, you
Wait,
want to
what
be
did
right.
he said? It was cans. You said.
Like his canned goods at his house were alphabetized, and he would have them in a row, and they would be everything lined up neat. He was pristine when he came to work. He was a nice guy to work with. But I wouldn't want to be married to him.
Yeah, no. So I do my cans that same exact way. My husband, if y'all seen his drawers, the way he rolled his socks and his underwear, but that's not OCD. That's what they taught us, and it works, right? It's easier for me to go in my cupboard, which is big. Y'all probably never seen it, and find things because it's alphabetical. Now my husband don't deal with my cans, and I don't deal with his socks. I don't deal with his underwear. He does that himself.
And y'all gotta understand it, but
right.
He wants to make the woman do that. This is the way I ain't saying in that particular, but the impression I get, you're gonna do it this way. This is the way I said it's gonna be done. This is gonna be, and I was like,
oh
no woman wants to be talked to that way. You can get
but
to
you know that you know why I like why I have no problem with the general. Yeah, I said his name. It's because you have to listen to him when he talk about when I get him to open up for real. And he'll tell you, yeah, he spends on this woman. He takes care of her. He treats her like a lady. He opens doors for he's admitted all of this. So he's not talking to her the way he coming on YouTube claiming. He comes on YouTube like I do, and any stress that he may have in real life, he brings it on here. But when he in his real life, he ain't doing none of that shit, y'all.
But he an example to a lot of young, impressionable men that listen to this bullshit that may not take it. And that's the only reason I give pushback, because I'm always saying the pimpology of it. It's because everybody might not be listening, but somebody might be listening. Girl, don't fall for that right there. Do not.
Right. See, I the reason I like him come over is just so I can do that, right? I listen to him when he going on his own rampage. And then I get on side him and I start asking him questions, telling him to tell the truth, and then he'll listen to him when because y'all be mad at him by the time I get him into telling the truth. Because then y'all would hear what he has to say. And nah, Bob, I take care of my lady gets whatever she wants. Yeah, I took her to the mall, got her nails done, and treated her to a dress. Like he yes. But everybody be mad by the shit he said when he was just talking with the fellas, that by the time I get him, y'all not listening to what he said. So you telling me a man who he gonna make sure you got what you want a car, whatever, he gonna treat you to the best, he gonna make sure because he like nice things. You would go in that kitchen and alphabet those goddamn cans too if you ain't had to work and he was treating you well. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the drawbacks. Yeah, but listen to the gentleman when he talks. I'm talking about when somebody like myself or somebody able to get him to open up.
I haven't really heard them other than on them couple of panels, so I will have to go back and listen to some other ones. So that was my only few interactions.
Yeah. No, yeah, the general, the people be, why you even, the general is cool people. Y'all just don't be listening. Now, y'all be listening to him though when he wild, like when he over there now with them guys and he beefing up. You know, my dad used to, men do that. They beef up with other men, they beef up. I do tell him, and you've heard me, maybe you haven't, but when y'all hear me say, General, but you're wrong because you know you got people listening. Yeah, the reason I'm able to tell him that because he knows that I know. Like he'll be like, I know, Bomb, but you know, these women. And I'll be like, but yeah, but you the educator. So I agree with you 100%. But of course he's doing what men do when they were doing it when they with other men. And I'm trying to say, hey, dude, you are a man these men should be looking at, except you're not using it right. You should be really educating them on the truth. You don't hear me say, why you not telling these men the truth?
I ain't been on, sometime I be on the panel and I drop off or something. So
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
hear that part of it because I be
Yeah.
in and out with this bad signals out here.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna try to listen to him more. And I know he
Or
probably do
not
have
even
some
about
good
trying to
points.
listen to him, but you got to, because you're going to go up there and have to question him, ask him the right questions. Or when he with me, because you don't notice, I'll be up there, you come up there, hey, Bomb. He'll say, Bomb to me, I'll say, what's good, handsome. I do like it. I mean,
You
but I
finesse them,
understand.
Bomb. I be seeing you finessing them.
Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you something, ladies. You catch more bees with honey. Y'all like to just come in the goddamn on the channel and on the panel and start splashing vinegar everywhere. Oh,
I ain't
Miller.
had no daddy when I was growing up. That's why I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but I was a house of 5 girls. So, my mama say, if you wait for a man to start your fire and barbecue, your ass ain't gonna be eating no barbecue. So you have to build your own fire. But
If y'all want to learn, I mean, think about it. If we would be honest, I get to go in these men's spaces. You can name one guy's space. I mean, any of them. If I go in and say, hey, throw me the link, that they won't throw it to me. That would include some of these large YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? I can literally, and they'll throw me the link. They know I'm gonna be respectful. They do know that I'm gonna be truthful, but they know I'm gonna be respectful, and that's why they're respectful to me, because they know if it get disrespectful, that I'm gonna go there with them. You see, and that's a good thing. I like it like that. Sometimes it's a negative, because sometimes I go and try to be trolling and be messy with certain people, and then they'll be like, "I love you, Bob. I'm not gonna fight with you." I'll be like, "Oh, goddamn, okay, I gotta go pick somebody else." Hey, Nick, what you doing?
your
Mella.
grandson named Malik.
Yep.
Oh, you got your hands full. I got a Malik. Oh,
I got
Lord.
2. He's the junior.
Oh, God. God bless you. God bless you. That was my favorite. That was my most loving son, and I can't stand him right now. But they are beautiful when they little.
Girl.
They are beautiful and loving. But God bless you. But
Yeah, my son Malik, he could pick with and this is his son. So this is Malik Jr.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a shame that the women can't come together and I saw some of the stuff that happened and went down.
What you think about that though? You give me your opinion, because I did kind of say, "Oh, girl, look," I did say she didn't look feminine, and then I took it a step further and said, "You look butch." Now, that's me trolling a little bit, but she did not look feminine though.
But when listen, they were like, people be like, "Why you?" Because sometimes you got to let 2 people sit back and throw blows and work it out amongst them stuff. It don't take no outside interference. This is
right.
Equal match. You let them 2 grown people duke it out.
And I let it go. After that, she kind of jumped off. She got quiet. I let it go. I didn't say not another negative word to her. But then it did. I could tell she was a little defensive, because every time she heard something, she was taking shots. Y'all probably wasn't listening. Like, for instance, when I mentioned, somebody said, I had mentioned Cajun being Creole. That's what it was. And y'all didn't hear her say something like, "Where you from to be Creole?" Right? I heard her. I didn't answer. I just let it go, because other people was talking. So then when I said, okay, let me reach out to her, and I'm like, "You're from Louisiana?" And she said, "Oh, I'm from Louisiana, from New Orleans." I'm like, okay. So she had an attitude with it, but that's okay. So I asked her, because we was talking about the Creole and Cajun. Remember, we were talking about Creole.
Yeah.
And so I asked her, I said, a lot of young people don't even know if they're Creole or Cajun. So I asked her, which one are you? and she ignored it. So I let it go. I didn't say nothing. But then I think I brought it back up, right? And I asked her, are you Creole? Are you Cajun? Or neither? Given the option of saying neither. And she's like, I'm Creole. I said, you was born and raised in Louisiana? I was raised. So that's when I was like, oh, you was born and raised? I was raised, but I wasn't born. So I said, oh, okay, you're not Creole nor Cajun. And she even kind of fit with that. So
Uh,
am I wrong? Because all I like the facts is this. If you're not born and raised in Louisiana, then you not Creole nor Cajun. You like it's just what it is. What it is. That's it. There is no
like a
if
lot of
made no
people
fuss
can
about
move to Georgia, but that don't make them no Georgia peach because you got to be born there to be a Georgia peach.
it. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now nothing's wrong with that. I wasn't insulting her. Her name wouldn't be amongst the list of the Creoles, right? And just like my sons, when they like, Mom, why aren't we Creole and Cajun? And I was like, well, because Mom left, and I tell them how they can get back into it. You would have to, they would have to marry a Creole woman. You know what I mean? They would have to marry into a Creole woman, and then their kids would have to be born and raised in Louisiana, and then they will restart that beating that. But hey, when we make decisions, when our families made decisions, when my parents made decisions, that's how I ended up being Cajun also. The decisions that my mom and dad made. He was Cajun, she Creole. They got together. That mean that's me. My
So you
mom was
Beyonce
always,
song.
huh?
So you kind of like Beyonce song when you mix the Texas Bama with a Creole or whatever.
Well, both of them are
Yeah,
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
One of them is just was Bayou. The Creole is city folk. That's the
Okay.
people in the city or in the suburbs, more city like. And if you was in the Bayou area, though, you are the Cajun. Okay. The ones who work fished and it's just different
But
as far as the culture.
that picture of her didn't look feminine, but she had some feminine looking photos on her page.
Yeah. And I wasn't,
yeah.
but remember, I wasn't even talking about what she looked like in general. Remember, she said I could turn on my camera now.
Yeah.
I was just basing it on what she did and I don't even know why she did that. Why did she turn on the camera? Like, see, that was the thing they were doing. That's the setup, but she set herself up. Because see, I could have turned on my camera too. Like when we were supposed to battle camera to camera. Is that what we were supposed to? Like, I didn't understand why she would even do that.
These men will use you up, and then they'll be laughing about you on the next panel, talking about how crazy you was. I don't trust most of them. Most of them I don't trust. But anyway, I'm for the sisterhood. But I'm glad
Think
to see
about
you.
it, Koya. If a woman had think about it this way. Let's say you and her was up here, right? And she said, like, I'm feminine and I'm natural. Like, that means she's assuming, first of all, that you're not natural. She's assuming that you're not feminine. She's already made that assumption. And she's saying, and here I go, boom. And she's assuming that number one, you not natural. Number two, she assuming you need makeup and fake hair. And number three, she's also assuming that you won't turn on that webcam. So that was what she was doing to me. See, I didn't turn the webcam on only because I was waiting for her to say, I bet you ain't gonna do this. And I would have turned that webcam on. But I don't have no problem turning the webcam on.
When smart people go to doing such limiting things, it bothers me because you can be natural and still have on the wig because your hair underneath natural. It just, they make a lot of people make a lot of assumptions on a little bit of information. So I really don't even know what the definition of natural is. Does the definition of natural mean no hair color?
I have no idea.
Is it just no perm, or what is it?
I don't even know. Because the ones who use it, I never used that term against a woman. But y'all, she was saying this these type of things. When she came up there, she was like, I don't need no fake nails and my hair is real and da, 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 da. So that was already an assumption that I must be fake.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
she was assuming. And I didn't, and the picture that I had up is this picture. She don't even know what I look like.
Yeah, people make a lot of generalizations about people based on, I guess, talking points. They just assume you're a certain way and a certain thing based on a little limited information. And those assumptions are, I guess, for people who are inside the box, but they be so far from the truth about what people really are. It'd be laughable.
So I just and you know, sometimes a little lesson, but it was over for me because y'all know I don't take it personal. It's Sheila is the one that I'm gonna play with. Play with Sheila for a minute. Because I already know what's gonna happen. There gonna be some men who gonna want to stand firm over there. But let me say this about Sheila, okay? Because
I like her.
you know, no, I do like her. I'm not
Yeah.
saying nothing bad, negative about her as far as you not me not liking her, you're not liking her. What I
Yeah.
am gonna tell you is the truth though. You notice she's like, you people, we need to be coming together and y'all making money off of, you know, talking about black women and black men. But what has she been talking about?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Black
Oh.
women and black men. Her titles itself has been drama. She's quick to go into, if I'm a fight, those are fighting words. And I'm thinking to myself, she's portraying that she's above all the bullshit while she's for the bullshit. In fact, she's creating the bullshit. Now, if I was over here making it seem like y'all, yeah, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna just be educational and we're not gonna downplay anybody. We're gonna be pro-black all the way. I don't do that. I tell you, look, we're gonna be real, we're gonna talk, we may even argue, we may even you might have some cussing back and forth, but what we're gonna do is we just gonna share. She's over there talking about, no, y'all gotta do better. We're gonna do better for the community. While she over there right now. Soon as somebody start cussing, they just cuss. She let it go through. Like, come on, man.
But what's his name was cussing on that panel, and I thought I hadn't heard it correctly first because somebody had put in the chat that they wasn't cussing. No, they wasn't directly cussing me, but they was cussing. And when we was on the panel, I was trying to keep the tempo down low without the cursing, because you know certain people bring that, but we was trying to have the conversation. So I was trying to really monitor my words and this and that. But I know I had heard whatever that other guy named cussing. And then when I had got in the whatchamacallit, he was cussing cause I say, well, cause I think Sapase say no, he didn't hear him cuss. I said, well, if he didn't cuss, then I apologize. But he had been cussing. He may not have been calling you a bitch or whatever, but he was definitely cursing. And just definitely the tone of the panel, you don't have to curse to be disrespectful. And every time he came with a loud voice yelling, and he used cuss words. He wasn't cussing directly, but you can tell when somebody trying to change the tempo, gaslight, trigger to get a certain thing. And I saw him, in my opinion, doing that. So
he was trolling. So I already knew that. Even when I went up there, the first person I mentioned was him, because he was back and forth with what he was saying. Like he was saying that women supposed to be feminine. They want to go back to this period in which the men are in charge. Right after he said that, he said, men don't want to pay bills. Men don't want everything on their shoulders. Wait a minute. So first you say you want to go back to a time where the men held the jobs. But then you're saying, well, I don't want to be responsible for all of that. And so that's why I went up there. I came in and I said, well, I said, they're not the, I said, you're double talking. Because in the 50s, 60s, you know, back then, women didn't work. And then he said, well, black women always work. Dude, not at the level. So you want women to do that type of work, get that small amount of money, be away from the family. How is that going to help? It costs more, right? Childcare costs more than a week than some people make in a week.
and women would be crazy, because I've seen these white ladies who is the role model, what they trying to be. They trying to emulate, you know, they want to be white Zeta. these white women, men are saying, the lady say, I quit my job, I quit this, I quit that. And after 20 some years, when he want to trade her in, he want her to walk away destitute. So
With
black
nothing,
women would
right.
be stupid to give up everything for this here when they are working to change the laws. They was trying to change the law so much in Florida to make the alimony reform law retroactive to it will even go back and change all of the alimony agreements from the past. I got kicked out of Tallahassee when they did that in front of the Senate. But they was trying, so black women would be crazy to try to emulate this because those women are walking away with basically, if they can get some social security, what have, but they trying to say you get nothing. And after 17 years of marriage, I seen a man wait till the
That's
child
crazy.
get about 17 to try to divorce his wife. No, it was like the child was 16 when he filed, just under what would be considered a long-term marriage. So he wouldn't have to give her a certain alimony after 17 years, because after 17 years in the statute, it would be considered long-term. And women would be crazy. She gave up like a big portion of her. You thank God she was a working woman and stuff, but what he wanted her to walk away in that divorce was crazy. And any black woman would be crazy sitting down listening to these men, make them dependent. And then when they get older, make them grovel and beg and put up with whatever for security. White women even getting the bad. So you know if white America got a cold, what the hell black women in America gonna have behind that? So any woman listening to that, younger or older, would be stupid to trade in their independence for dependency without a guarantee or prenuptial agreement, what you gonna give me if I leave him. But
Always have a plan B.
on my
Oh,
plan.
Mella, where you been? Where you been?
Hey, my
I
bomb.
miss you, Mella. I miss you. I've been looking around for you. I ain't seen you nowhere.
Well, without you, it ain't no fun.
Oh, damn, Mella. I was like, where
I'm-
Mella be
I'm
hanging?
not around half as much as I used to be. I stick to RBR's schedule as best as I can, but oftentimes I'm not even over there as often. As a matter of fact, I ran into some misunderstandings with people that I hope they realize that as far as I'm concerned, I love them all. I think I was misheard about something. It was a live stream like 3 days ago where I was accused of saying something that I didn't say. And it was one of those 8-hour live streams. I would hope that at the I'm pretty sure it was the 7-hour mark into the 8-hour mark, that there was a misunderstanding, or rather a mishearing. You know, that person, even though I have an affinity for her, she actually thought I told RBR to kick her off the panel. And I said, no, I said, don't. And really, I look back on it, it's like maybe if I would have said do not, she would have heard it clearly, but she didn't hear me clearly. And what really bothers me about people and how we communicate on Black YouTube, right, is that I would like to believe that we all want the best for one another. It's just that we have personality clashes. Some of this shit is getting really over the top, and and it's not my place to stick my toe in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I haven't been around, Bomb. It's not my place to stick my toe into business that doesn't belong to me. You know what I'm saying? These people that are having these conflicts, that shit ain't none of my business, but I can identify with each and every one of them. I really can. And my heart pours out to everybody that I've, as they say, exchanged pleasantries with, and everything in between. You know what I'm saying? But you, baby, you coming back is a godsend, because I swear, I don't know, everything went to hell after you left. Everything.
Mella, you sound so good.
I'm picking up
rested.
I'm picking up my dry cleaning. I'm not gonna be clear this long. When I get back to where I gotta
No,
go.
I'm not talking about clear. I'm not talking about your internet. I'm talking about you. Maybe because you rested. Do you feel like you maybe have gotten more rest since I've been gone? Because you sound.
I've been jogging. I noticed that when I don't exercise, I pause a lot when I talk. And I noticed that on I listened to a previous live stream trying to figure out where I went wrong with this young woman. And I was listening to I said, damn, what the fuck is up with all that pausing and shit? Like, and then and then you know, so that kind of shit. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I was like, you know what? I haven't been jogging like I'm used to. And so I started exercising recently. For the last 2 days, I went back to my exercise schedule. And instead of sending people out to run my errands, I run my own errands again, that type of thing. I'm actually doing my own work as opposed to making an excuse to be lazy. So I probably sound a little bit more energized than usual.
Oh,
But
okay, that's
don't get
really
me
good.
wrong, I still have the potential to take a swig every now and then. I just haven't done that yet.
Oh,
But yeah,
you with a swig? What you mean?
people,
Oh, you talking about drinking?
a cocktail. Yeah, a
Oh, I'm
cocktail.
not.
Because people was accusing me of being drunk, and I'm listening. I said, why the fuck is people saying I sound drunk? And I'm listening. I said, damn, I sound sleepy. That's what the fuck I sound. I sound like I'm just without energy. And I know that when I exercise, I sound different because, my heart rate and my metabolism and everything is, revving up like it's supposed to, and my body is appreciating it. So I sound different. I don't pause in between sentences. I don't have to stop and think about what I said. None of that shit. When I exercise, I'm at my best. But I got to a point where I stopped exercising. I got a family member that started smoking weed, right? And it disappointed me because I don't understand why she's doing it. It's like, you really don't. She was like, well, times have changed. It's legal now. I go to the dispensary. Why are you tripping? Auntie, that type of shit. I said, I
I'm
get
waiting
it.
for it to be legal so I could join her.
I get it. I think she got this is my thing. If she is mixing marijuana with other things, that's what she needs to be concerned about. That's all I care about. I don't care what she does as long as she's doing it safely. And so she didn't want to hear anything other than me sounding critical when actually I was just concerned. Mom, do you think that it's wrong to respond to a young adult when they tell you, I'm about to go to the dispensary to get some weed, and you say, wow, since when you been doing that? Oh, auntie, what you, things have changed, auntie, it's legal now. She just started going in on me, and I was like, she didn't even give me a chance to explain that I'm concerned as to whether or not she's being educated about what and what not to mix that THC the substance with. And I think people they think that I'm automatically gonna snap about some shit, and I'm not that type of person. I'm a very kind-hearted woman. I don't know why people think I'd be tripping, man.
Well, I don't think it's wrong. I think it shows that you love them, concerned, and and that's all you got to do is tell them, look, I love you. I just want to make sure you're doing things healthy, and if you're doing it healthy,
right,
you're grown, But yeah, we've been trying to talk to my son. Is like, why is you doing this? But hey,
well, when it's legal, you can't tell them shit other than
it ain't legal here.
Oh well, that's different. That's she read me the riot act talking about how it's legal, and I said, well, I'm not concerned about that aspect of it. I'm concerned as to whether or not your young dumb ass don't know what you should mix it with. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you mixing what do you call those Motrin? Like, are you taking Motrin? Are you prescribed something you're not supposed to have that with? Like, I don't know how those dispensaries operate, but I was wondering if she could tell me whether or not they advise people of what not to mix those substances with, because I know they sell gummies. It's not just about smoking weed. They sell gummies and cookies and all that other kind of stuff. I'm not tripping about that. I just wonder if these dispensaries are telling these people what they shouldn't mix it with,
Because you got certain drugs, and I ain't not the drug expert and the weedologist, but I do know just when you're dealing with drugs and stuff, you got some things that make other things more potent and stuff like that. So I ain't the expert on what they is, because I can't smoke yet, I can't eat, but I ain't gonna smoke, I'm gonna eat. But you just tell her, I'm the old lady, I'm the old auntie, I'm using my old people privileges, and yes, I do get to preach every now and then, and it's one of them times.
I ain't gonna call her ass no more. I mean, that's her mother's job. You know, she just happened to have a conversation with me, and she confessed that to me, which was really generous for her to do because it's none of my business. And I'm just glad she didn't tell me it's none of my business. Like, she wasn't disrespectful. She was like, oh, there you go. You're about to criticize me. Look, it's legal. It's things have changed since you was young. And all this other kind of shit. And I was just like, I don't need to listen to this shit. You
I heard
know,
the weed got better.
but I'm not gonna
don't
yeah,
know.
I'm not gonna try to figure out a way to counsel her. That's her mother's job. You know, I'm not gonna, that's the most recent thing that happened to me today. That's why I mentioned it. That happened to me today. You know, other than that, it's been a non-eventful past 24 hours. You know, everything's copacetic. How are you been, Bomb? I hear the baby is energetic and wonderful.
Girl, he's over here learning.
Mhm.
So I do want somebody said in the room. So marijuana, I don't know much about it. I've never used it, tried it, but I've heard that it has some medicinal benefits, and I've heard that for years and years and years. It used to be where you could walk into the store and purchase it right on Walgreens. Well, back then I don't know if Walgreens existed. I remember what was the name of that? Yeah, I think it was Walgreens. Walgreens been around a long time.
Yeah, that's
Was it
true.
Yeah, they've been
Walgreens
around a
has
long.
been around a long time, but I never knew they sold weed.
Yeah, you used to be able to go into a drugstore. This happened. They say in the 30s, 40s, 50s, this up until the 60s, you was able to go in the drugstore and buy marijuana. Just go and it was on over the counter. Not until they decided to make it illegal, especially focusing against black people, black men, and the Mexicans, because they used to grow it right there in Mexico. They decided to make this war, and that's when they made it illegal. Yeah, I looked at a documentary on the marijuana before it started becoming legal in this country, and they mentioned why. There's a guy who fought the government over 20 years ago for him to grow it and use it for medical purposes, because they found that it was curing cancer, and I think he ended up having leukemia, and this was a cure that was working, and because it was illegal, every time it was hard for him to get, very expensive for him to get. So he sued the government, and one of the things he had to keep it secret. He won, by the way, but he had to keep everything a
Wow.
secret. Yes.
Well,
So
I think I think
about
it
it, why was
increases the
marijuana?
appetite.
What?
It increases
Yes.
the appetite. I think that's why people like it. Who are sick people, they love it because, like, people with cancer, they love it because it produces an appetite. Like, people with cancer, they don't like to eat, but when they smoke weed, they want to eat food.
Yeah, but
So,
it's not just for that, though. Although it does stimulate the appetite, but it
Yeah.
also help with the pain.
oh,
But I don't know
okay, I
why
didn't know that part.
people focus on just the appetite. Yeah, it's the pain that they go through.
But even
Yeah.
my
Oh, I
patients
didn't
that
know
was
that
taking the
part.
pill, the Marinol pill, which was they said it didn't even do it like just the actual weed, because they undid both, and it was like they didn't. I don't know if they wanted the high off the pill. I mean, off the actual weed, but they said it didn't do them the same. So I
Yeah,
don't know
because they
what.
took it. The pill is just for the pain without the high, and then so if you take the pill, and if you thought you were gonna be the same as you smoking weed, well, that's completely different.
They could let
But
you
they,
buy one get one free. America always some haters. But I'm Tap. I just want to come and say welcome back, Bon. And I don't know what that pussy ass nigga Jerome Whiteside got against me, because I don't ever remember talking to his bitch ass. But if you got a problem, you can hit the link and come and tell me what the fuck you got to say to me, because I don't remember ever talking to you,
what
Jerome
happened,
Whiteside.
Jerome?
Why is Jerome messing with people?
I
Jerome
don't
be
know,
trolling
but he-
sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Come here, Jerome. What happened,
Hit the
Jerome?
link.
Come
Hit
on
the
through,
link,
Jerome.
Jerome.
Explain
You
it,
owe
Them
me.
some
Jerome.
pussy
Hey, book.
ass niggas that be sitting up in the chat, won't come and say shit to you face to face. They just want to be on the square. You got an issue with me, baby? We could have a discussion.
Like books
But I
sharing
don't
something, y'all.
recall ever saying anything to him on a chat or on a panel, and probably not too much in a chat. But obviously, he got some issues. Come and
Well,
talk about it.
Book said Dr. Rick Simpson, I believe his name was, he cured his cancer using THC oil. That's good to know. Anybody else have
All
any
right.
information on it? I would like to know, but I've heard, because I have, I'm not sure if y'all know this, some of y'all have heard me say it. I have an ongoing, nonstop headache for what time? It's been over 20 years now.
Yes.
Over 20 years, nonstop, every day. It just intensifies with medication. I'm able to do what I'm doing now, like talking and cooking and cleaning. So marijuana is probably way better than the drugs I'm on. I've been on Oxycontin. I was scared of it,
Ooh.
so I gave it back. But I'm on
You better.
morphine. I'm on morphine, oxycodone. Yeah, I'm on very strong meds. And I've been
Wow,
on
that
it for over 20
Oxycontin.
years.
That thing scared me. I seen it turn
That's some
women,
strong
older
shit, baby.
women.
Yeah, it would kill one of y'all if y'all took my
They
pills.
was
Hell yeah,
giving
that
it
would
out
kill
like
my ass.
crazy. It was giving it out like crazy. And I seen it turn this mild lady into a crackhead. I was like, no.
I have a very, very tender metabolism. I don't know how the fuck I would sound normal off that shit. But anyway, Bomb, you got a birthday coming up. You know?
I'm gonna go on and tap out. I enjoy it, and I'm gonna listen from the clouds.
Okay,
Mama
thank
Lee Cowan.
It's
you.
good
Coach.
hearing
See you later,
you.
Mom.
It's good hearing
Okay.
you, Coach. It really is. I'm not gonna be up here too long myself. I completed my mission. I picked up my things, and it's been a long day, but I'm gonna hang a little while, I guess, until the battery runs out, I guess. So what else going on now? So I think you were saying something earlier when I did catch the link, because you didn't pin it. So I was like, let me go ahead and catch it. And while when I get a moment to sit down, log in and see what's happening. But I did listen, right? And I was listening that, somebody was giving you some problems. Now, that ain't cool. Everybody know and love Bomb. Who the hell? I can only think that it's somebody. Now, you haven't named any names, right? Right, Bomb? You haven't named any names. I think it's somebody that might be our age. Because it's somebody that's probably trying to make a name for herself, and she using your name to spark some type of new effort in a channel or some shit, because that's what a lot of them twisted bitches do. You know that, right? They find the one with the most vibrant personality, and then they catch you on a panel, and then next thing you know, they're attacking you so they can make a fucking name for themselves because they never had a goddamn personality in the first place. Am I lying?
Girl, she had a channel for years, and it popped off, and it only popped off because I visited. But let her keep it, because right now what we're gonna witness is a few people who want to do the stab. They're gonna sit over there, right? She could start up.
They're gonna get tired of her ass mumbling.
Yeah, they're gonna get tired. They're gonna realize.
Like, watch. Just let her hold some shit by herself, and watch how people just fall asleep. She can't hold a channel by herself. She ain't got what it fucking takes, and she knows it. That's why she was wrangling up, starting shit with everybody that has a better personality than her, and that's all it is. She's trying to find out who's the enemy of people she knows are, how can I say this, noticeable, that don't have to show up no goddamn fake ass furs from the thrift store and all that kind of bullshit. They ain't got to do that. Their essence shines on its own. So when you a mumbling bitch because you recovering from a stroke or whatever the fuck you recovering from, you a mumbling bitch, you sound fucking crazy. You had to be real with yourself. Damn, I ain't got this kind of personality like these other bitches I'm jealous of do. yeah, maybe I got this going for me, maybe I got that going for me, but I ain't got no kind of fucking personality. All I can do is claim that I'm a lady, knowing goddamn well she's been a hypocrite from day one. She's been a hypocrite from day one. There is nothing cohesive about the message she's displaying now versus the messages and attitudes and just chaos she's contributed. You know, and I would respect somebody if they just kept it straight. Like sometimes I'm in the mood to be nice, sometimes I'm in the mood to be not so nice. I would appreciate that instead of just saying I'm a lady.
That's
And
why you
a
love me
lady
and I
should
love
act like a
you.
lady. Right.
That's why, because we can be honest and be like, fuck
Be
it,
honest,
Mom.
right? When you hear a bitch say that I'm being honest, that mean that bitch ain't used to being honest. Okay,
Right?
word.
Mel, I miss
Why
you
the fuck?
so much.
Why the fuck you gotta announce you being honest? You know, as if that's not a characteristic you're accustomed to. You know, why the fuck you gotta
That
announce?
day-
It's just, you know,
That
that's
was
some
one day
crazy
I
shit.
went on the panel, right? And the guy, he had talked about her video and started calling people animals, and they were making fun of her. Now, what people didn't notice, and maybe y'all did, because I was shocked nobody mentioned it, but I just let it go. I was on the panel and she was hurt. She wasn't hurt that he called people animals. She was hurt that they was talking about how she speaks and how she sounds. And so she don't like anybody insulting her. So she was talking about going to YouTube and getting all her peoples to put a battle on this young man. I'm thinking, girl, you serious? Like, why don't you just get him up here and handle his ass? Why you talking about going to Facebook? Maliki, what you doing?
She gonna.
I didn't do this. What you
I
want?
don't know, man. These people, they.
Girl, she threatened to go to Facebook and all. And we was on the panel and everybody got quiet. Now, so I think what she was trying to
That
do,
is so
like,
crazy.
let me tell you what I think. So she'd watch where when people attack me, there's a whole shitload of people who go, they'll be like, you better not be talking about mom that way. Or people will stand up and they'll be like, nah, you can't talk about mom that way. Now, right? She watched that. She was up there talking about, yeah, and he said this. They called me ugly, or they said I was a bitch. And everybody just was quiet. Nobody said nothing. And I don't think she liked that. I think she was looking for somebody to step up and protect her, and go for it.
Of course.
And it didn't work out for her. But I don't even know why she came for me, telling me I'm not invited to a
I
panel.
just
Bitch,
told you. I just told you why. I just told you why, because you look, to make a name with battling you is like promoting her channel. You know what I'm saying? It's really just, she doesn't actually have a problem with any of us. She's trying to promote her channel, and she's using people who have greater personalities to do it. I pinpointed that shit like a couple of weeks ago. I said, it's no coincidence that she's starting to well, I'm not gonna say come out the closet because I don't think she's gay or anything like that. I'm just saying it's no coincidence that she's starting to reappear. I said she's up to something. And next thing I know, I'm hearing on some guy's channel, I think it was Auntie or something, talking about, yeah, Sheila, that was tripped out on your channel the other night. I said, oh, so Sheila didn't revamp her channel, huh? So that's why she spent so much effort starting shit with choice personalities so that she could bring attention and traffic to her channel. That bitch ain't slick. Yeah, everybody knows propaganda. Everybody knows marketing moves. What the fuck?
But this is my thing. She should have did the research, because she'll have the people coming over to see the battle. But I think she's gonna run from YouTube if me and her battle. Because I'm gonna embarrass her.
But that's the thing. This is the thing. She's wishy-washy, because what she's doing is she's getting everybody into the theater for an action movie, and then she's gonna play a goddamn love story. That's what
Right.
the fuck is she doing? Because she
Exactly.
started off her channel talking about, I'm gonna have a fashion show. Oh, I'm gonna interview the politicians in New York. Oh, I'm gonna, she didn't know what the fuck she wanted to do with her channel, right? So she's
Mhm.
just wishy-washy to begin with. Okay. And I'm not gonna chalk it up to her mental, well, not mental, but her health recovery, because I wish her longevity. I really do, believe it or not. It was just fucking irritating that she thought somebody was stupid enough not to see through her marketing scheme. This shit was irritating to me. And I was like, okay, so since she's trying to conduct whatever she can to start shit with choice personalities to bring attention to her channel and everybody join, because she's seeing a gap in the fucking situation where you were not present in the wee hours of the night. She started doing shit in the wee hours of the night, but how is she gonna get people over there? By starting shit with choice people. You know what I'm saying? By showing up, without actually looking thirsty enough to say, hey, y'all come on over to my new channel. Y'all come on, because she didn't know what she wanted to do. She wanted to give the impression that she was ready to, take on some controversy, but in actuality, she just wants to have a chill spot for everybody to listen to her mumble,
And
and that's fine.
I wasn't even gonna spark up the channel.
Yes.
I was gonna let her rock with it, but and then like the bomb,
She don't know
you
what the
not
fuck she
invited
doing.
no more. She was like, Bomb, if you gonna apologize, then you're not invited no more. I was like, well, shit. I'm
God.
gonna spark
Yeah,
up the channel. I was like, bitch, I started up my shit, and most of these people over here going,
Watch you take her fucking audience. Watch. Because
her
she
audience
doesn't,
is my
she's
audience.
not,
Hey,
she's
twin.
exactly, she's not politically savvy. As a matter of fact, everybody is like wiping their brow, like, oh, thank God Obama's back. Oh, thank God. Because don't nobody want to listen to nobody fucking sound like they got drool on the side of their mouth all the fucking time. What the fuck? She don't even know how to talk to people in a consistent manner. She's not diplomatic, and she boasts of things that don't matter. Nobody gives a fuck about the stuff that she boasts about. It's not significant, So what she tried to do was weasel her way into what was popularly, it was your time slot was popular, and thank goodness you've returned. You can do whatever you want to do, whether you want to be consistent with it or whatever. I think it's genius that you have Zoom so that you can assign co-hosts, and if everybody can get along again, then we can get this shit popping.
Yeah,
Now,
we're gonna get it back on. We're gonna get back on track.
I mean,
What's
everybody's
going
been
on,
waiting.
twin?
Hey, twin. Look, twin, I don't know you that well, but I wish you well. I got to drop down now because I got to get back to the, as they say, CRIB, the crib. You young people call it the crib. I'm trying to keep up with you young people.
Yeah, girl, it wears out. It's
That's what
hard
they
getting over these young people, baby.
My son was like, hey, man, you at the crib? I said, the crib? What the fuck is you? They tickle me, man. These young people, they smoking weed, they talking slang, it's all types of stuff out here. But I love you so much, and I'll talk to you sooner than later. I'll probably call in later. Okay, peace,
Okay, I'll
baby.
talk
Love
to you
all.
later. Thank you for stopping through. What's going on?
Hey, greetings, Bob. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you and the family? How everybody doing?
They doing well.
That's
My
good. That's
daughter's
good.
about to be 18 December 9th.
Oh, is that the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm hoping that it don't come.
You just want her to be your baby forever, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Some of these black manosphere men gonna be looking her way. You
No,
heard that
I
young
was,
young dude, that dude who said he like him young.
talking about Gwendolyn Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he tried to switch his words up on the lead attorney. And that other guy, Antoine, crushed him.
Yeah,
He tried
you know, we
to
was
talk
over
about-
there dragging his and when he did that live and tried to switch everything up, we had what his name had come on the panel with us. Because remember, he dropped two big names.
Yeah.
And them men started, they were like, they were trying to figure out why in the hell he dropping their names. They said they're not into that. So Alan, the Curry guy, came on our panel while he was live over there, and somebody said he mentioned my name. So when I heard that he mentioned my name, I was gonna go over there and go live. When he heard me say that, his ass ended his live because I was like,
Well,
I'll talk to.
Bob,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just glad that you're back, you know,
Yeah,
because it's like you was you basically was, you know, giving both sides, both perspectives, and there was no bipartisan you know, people on YouTube like you were. And,
see,
you
but
know,
y'all people wasn't saying that when I was here, and I started feeling like, am I a problem? Because I listened to Rez the Bad Guy and other people. I'm not gonna mention their name because they're not worth it, but they were making it seem like my channel was the problem. And then when the channel left, niggas, I ain't gonna mention their name, but they sparked up lives talking about was bomb the problem. Bomb over there and bomb's the problem. So I sat back. You know what I mean?
yeah, certain
And
people was trying to say they got you shut down. And I
right.
was like, you know, I know that was like fake news,
Yeah, that
you
was
know.
fake news. They were lying. I did it accidentally. It was a lot of us over here when it happened, but I'm not sure if you was over here. But what happened was I was live and I started making jokes. You know, I'd make jokes and show pictures. I was making jokes on men with boobs. I forgot who I was roasting at the time. Um, and I was clicking on pictures of men with boobs, just regular men, just they chest, and I would crack jokes on how they had titties, right? Well, one of the photos was a regular photo, but when I clicked on it, it was gay porn. And so gay porn flashed live on the channel. I hurry up and exited that, right? And kept talking. Then I was like, damn, y'all don't know where that comes from. I promise I didn't do that intentionally. Da da da. I go and press on another picture. And when I clicked on it, the same gay porn came up. Now I'm gonna be honest
Oh,
with y'all. I think Google, because you know Google, YouTube, they all the same. What's wrong, nigga? They all the same. I clicked on regular photos. Why would gay porn come up? Why would gay porn come up with me at all? I've never looked at gay porn.
yeah.
And my settings are set where no porn come up because I intention, you know, I go through when I share my screen a lot, and I wouldn't want anything to pop up like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, you know, we were live for hours and hours. I think we was at 30 hours because that's why I was shutting it down and start another one. I knew we was close to 30 hours. I'm gonna be honest, I think that was a little suspicious to me that this gay porn came up.
Yeah, but now, but the thing is, you see, a lot of people don't understand, like, you know, when you're a person out there with good content, you can always come back. You know, it's not it's like, you know, you always can build your channel back up, you know,
Right, right.
because you
It's
you
not
got
hard
the
for me to
content.
build it back up. You're right. You know, that's the sixth channel. That's the sixth channel that I lost. This is the seventh channel. And plus I got two others. I've always had this channel. I just never use it.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of others that back up. And I think I'm gonna actively back them up from now on. So I don't have
Hey,
to build
Bob,
again. Mommy. Go ahead.
I want to ask you a question. Now when you Zoom on YouTube, you gotta have the pro plan, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to pay
You
for
gotta have the
this.
pro plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was telling my brother that. Yeah,
When
because
y'all did y'all start y'all channel? Did you start a channel or what?
yeah, Jason been starting his channel. He been going live on it like almost every night.
Oh, okay.
Cause he
I
was
heard that.
over there. Yeah, he was over there with my aunt Tabitha. You know, my Tabitha was she stayed on Platinum's channel.
But Tabitha is, yeah, I like her. You
Yeah,
know, she came over. Remember, we came over with me. I was going at it. I knew yeah. I was like, yeah, she can hang. She can hang, baby. She
yeah,
can
she
hang.
be good. Yo, she be going toe to toe with the general over there.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
on
gonna
Cold
see. I'm glad you mentioned platinum because I kept trying to think of his channel name. You know, I lost all my channels when I lost the
Platinum
channel.
Elite.
Yeah, good. Let me add that now. Because you know, that's what I was like, where are the men? And I know y'all hang over there, but I couldn't think of his name. I was like, but damn. So I'm gonna go check him out. How Platinum doing? I was worried about him, you know. I
Oh,
like him.
he's good, you know. He was just talking about Taraji Henson, how she lost. How she lost, she's old, 51, game
Man.
over, you know.
Oh, he's so wrong for that, but
He was
he
talking
keeps
about
the
they're gonna have,
topics going
he said
though.
he just wanna have sex on her, that's it.
He
He
said he
probably
want. Oh,
can't get
he
that.
when he say fuck on, I want to fuck on her.
Yeah, he said, you know, I don't really curse, so he said Taraji Henson, he said he wouldn't even touch Taraji Henson. He said
Oh,
he
come
would
on.
just he said he would just get the bag.
Oh yeah, but he's smart enough to at least get the bag. But you know, why wouldn't he mess with her? What something wrong with her? She got some disease or
He
something?
said she just not his type. He said if he was to mess with her, it'd be like anniversary. It'd be like a birthday type
God.
deal. It won't be no everyday hitting you off.
Wow. But you know, she may not be his type. I don't know what his type is, but
And then he said, "You heard about the Jenny Ma?
who?
You heard about when he said the Jenny Ma situation with like
Uh-uh.
Larry? He's like, this a loss for the sisterhood. It's a loss for the he said, he said, this a loss. He said, that's just the sister lost.
Yeah.
He's like, when you got JD Ma taking your name, it's a loss for y'all.
Listen, I don't know most of these people, these artists. I just
You know
found out
Kim
that which
K,
call
right?
was black, but that she was white, half white. What is her name? Come on, Nikki, don't turn my computer
Like
off.
Amber
Nikki,
Rose.
what? No, she's young. The I like her song. She got a couple songs out. Stop hitting. If you hit me one more time, my mom
Cardi
is gonna
B.
spank you. No. Hey, what is her name? Wait, where my phone at? I'm about to tell you in a second. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Because I like them. I'm starting to like her music. Right? She had that song Juicy. What's her name? Let me go to my playlist here.
He said Kim K became a billionaire.
Doja Cat.
Took all your men.
I thought Doja Cat was a light-skinned black woman, but come to find out that she's biracial. I didn't know that. She
Oh.
looks my daughter. Well, I was about to say my
Well, it's hard to
daughter-in-law.
really tell who's biracial when you got a lot of white women like Amber Rose and Kim K trying to look black.
Right.
It's really hard out there.
You right about that. It's a lot of like Doja Cat, like I guess that without the makeup stuff, maybe she might look like a white woman, but I assume she was either Latino with black in her. But I think I heard that she was biracial. She looks exactly like my grandchild's mother. My grandchild's mother look like her. They look alike. They look like twins to be exact.
So you think? Well, do you think it's a loss? Do you think it's a loss for the sisterhood?
Which one?
Didn't my marrying Young Jeezy?
Who married Young Jeezy? I don't even wait.
Jenny Ma, that Asian chick, she married Young Jeezy.
Oh, well, why would that be a loss for chick? Nobody want no goddamn Young Jeezy. Let me see. Wait, Young Jeezy. Let me put that in. Make sure I got the right person.
It's a loss for the sisterhood. He said it's a big loss for the sisterhood.
Oh Lord, how's it gonna be a loss? These rappers, they might marry one race, but when they want something, they come to black women, which I don't even
He
understand.
said he's not even
They-
trying to sex on the sisters no more.
Yeah, that's what they say until. Hey Siri, search Young Jeezy. Let me see who this is.
Your product is funny. I like that.
In the iTunes store for Young Jeezy.
Isn't that to do with the tattoos all over his face?
Now remember that Go Get a song and Soul Survivor back then?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what he looked like though. I remember why
If
would
you
this
Google Young Jeezy or Jenny Ma, you'll see her. Jenny Ma is on a reel. She was on a reel with Tamar Braxton.
oh yeah, now I like her.
She
Um
lost.
she
She
not on oh
lost her
yeah.
sisterhood.
Oh yeah, right. Well, based now see now I know the story. I didn't know it was him though. I didn't know she was messing with he was a rapper. But anyway, so she didn't want to have no children, right? But she's pregnant now. That's probably so
She
how we
got
gonna
Jeezy
lose,
baby.
huh?
She's pregnant by Young Jeezy.
That's right. So why now? How long they been married?
Oh, not too long.
That's right. But she pregnant. How long? How far along is she?
You gotta check.
And so he waited to get her pregnant to get married. And that sounds like, oh yeah, she just stole him from the sisterhood. Or it sounds like they was messing around and she got pregnant and she didn't express, hey,
No, she stole him. He
stole it
said
from who?
she took. He said she take. He said Jenny Ma just took y'all man. She just took. She just took him.
Oh, she can have his ass. The last song I heard from him was, wow, this nigga is way back in the early 2000s. I ain't heard nothing from him since. The songs they dropping on him, they talking about Hard. Remember Hard with Rihanna? Love in the Club, they said by Usher. I think he wasn't on it. I think he had something to do with maybe writing it. Oh, he was featured on it. Let me see. But that Go Getter, how long is that shit? That's like early 2000. So he married, she can have his ass. That's why, see, I didn't even recognize who he was. That's how long ago it was. And even back then, all I remember was this dude I thought he had tattoos all over his face or some shit. So no, we don't care about no Young Jeezy. Anyway, but everything with the family, you've been keeping me up. Tell me what's been going on with Kevin. I know you got something sweet to tell me on Kevin. Anything hot?
Well, Kevin still, he's kind of pivot to now he's accepting all the women with the makeup and the fake hair, and he's basically trying to say the same old thing. The younger woman should marry the older man,
Mm,
and you shouldn't date on love. You should date on resources.
yeah.
You
See,
should marry
I'm
for resources.
I want to
And
get
love
deeper
will
into
come
that because
later.
see, you as a father, right, of a daughter who's coming of age. What is your thoughts on some older man coming along, even older than you, coming along because he has resources? Now, I'm gonna say he has
Oh no,
resources, but he don't love her. He don't. But it's all about resources. What you think about that?
I just think that he's an old goat and he's gonna try to use it.
Right. And because I said this when I was on the panel, I'm not even gonna mention her name. But I mentioned something that I realized nobody even dove into. And is when a man or woman, when they're doing something and it's more like business, when the business is no longer beneficial, when the partner or whomever is no longer beneficial for whatever reason, maybe she's gotten too old, maybe she gained some weight when she got pregnant, maybe the idea that he don't even want to be a father and that he don't like it, they will get rid of them, right? You kind of get rid of partners who no longer benefit you.
Yeah,
That's what happens in business. In love, though, people will stick around through you be
yeah. He's
sick.
always talking this high value, 6-figure man, but the whole thing about Kevin, he wasn't always 6 figures. Like, where's he? Because I remember he had a show. Remember when he told the girl, "I don't know what it's like to be down there. I don't know what it's like to be down there. Like,
Mhm.
down at the bottom."
Wow.
I was saying, I
So
was,
you got a
yeah,
troll down there. They stole Zio's picture.
Oh, 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 I forgot I got a new channel. No, I forgot I ain't got no mods. I'm sorry, y'all.
ain't that something?
That,
Yeah, because
You
they
don't
did
know
they
what?
did the same thing to it's
Who's this?
uh,
because remember before you left they were stealing people's pictures.
yeah. Oh, so there's
Yeah.
Zio right here. That person who said don't talk to me, that's somebody else. Huh? They
Yeah,
don't know.
that's not her.
Yeah, I know.
Because they went
They
over her
don't
in
know
her
how
chat
close we.
doing it.
They must don't know. Mike Green Eyes said started a campaign against the 1930s cannabis. Mike Green Eyes. Damn, I missed. Okay, y'all. Let me back up. I gotta give some of y'all. That's true. I know that's you, right? You the only one in. You the only let's troll in the room, right? Hello.
I should be. I'm gonna type something to Jerome.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
gonna type something to Jerome so you can know that's me.
So, Bob, you got the chosen ready. The channel
I
ready.
know. Yeah, they gonna come over, baby. They upset. They bad. But anyway, I'm not even gonna stay much longer because my next live will be real soon.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be tonight or tomorrow morning, and then from there, I'll make sure I
Yo,
have.
volunteer. Let me ask you this, bro.
Uh-huh. How you
Hey,
Jalen. Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
Jalen. I
Hey,
miss you, Jalen. You been good, Jalen?
Now Jalen been bad. He been naughty. Tell him what you
You been
did,
bad?
Jalen.
now I'm just a wild ass nigga in these YouTube streets.
Yeah, he told Verbal to
Oh,
suck his balls.
Jalen, you been wilding out in the goddamn streets, baby.
You know Verbal turned him straight. Like he actually wanted to, like he told her to suck his balls and everything.
Oh, damn. He said he's a wild ass nigga in these YouTube streets.
Yeah, he said
Oh.
he would have sex with black women.
Oh. Jalen.
Yeah. Mhm.
Jalen, Jalen not bad looking. What you want? Okay, they can. What? Oh, you want to pick you up? Jalen, where you at, baby? You been in these wild? You been wild in these streets? You been having fun though? Have you been having fun?
Yeah, man. I'm just asking you a question, bro. What's your problem with Kevin Samuels?
I didn't even say nothing bad about Kevin Samuels. I just asked what he's doing, and I was getting an update.
Oh no. Oh, y'all just having fun or something? Or you talking about
We just
other
having fun. I'm
topics?
just catching up, Jalen. I didn't say nothing negative. Twin is giving me the update because I literally stepped away for the break, and I just was asking. I'm just asking. Why you trying to come for me? Because of Kevin. That's your new boyfriend?
What?
See,
Man,
that question
Kevin
was
Sam.
crazy, like
Ke-
the one you
You better
gave
not be
me.
cheating on Verbal with
yeah,
Kevin.
Kevin Samuels is my guy, bro.
That's your guy.
Don't be cheating on Verbal with Kevin, okay, Jalen?
What the
Because
fuck?
Jalen is not bad looking, but Jalen, we're gonna have to fix you up, baby. We're gonna get the
Mom,
young
everybody
women to
been
fix
throwing
you
their
up.
panties at Jalen. Literally.
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
I'll tell you what's good with you.
I would say I miss you, but I've been seeing you around. I've been, I've been
No, that's
seeing
why I
you.
came to holler at you about real quick, man, about what happened the other day. I was there too, so I was like, damn, I didn't even see that coming though.
So what's your take? Because maybe I could be too sensitive
All right,
sometimes.
okay, all right. I'm gonna give both. I'm gonna give I rock with you. You family. I like Sheila too, so I'm gonna give you
Okay.
perspective on both sides of things. Like
Okay. Because I
I
didn't go
don't
after Sheila. Remember,
no
it
like
was
the
okay.
when she did that, it kind of threw me off because I've been going there for a little minute, and people be saying some out of pocket things too. So when she said you was being disrespectful, I'm thinking like, man, the people that come through there, they be saying all type of things, especially like when the certain dudes be talking to the women, you hear the whole the bitch that, you know what I'm saying? So when she said that to you, and that was the reason, it kind of had me thinking like, damn, like was there something more to it besides what happened, within that hour or two. So that's kind of the vibe I kind of got. Like I just didn't think that was warrant, for her to say that, you can't pull up no more. Because it do be other people saying certain things too.
Right.
Wow.
And I didn't even say
Yeah.
nothing to her. If I would have said something to her,
Mhm.
but didn't she tell Leslie and everybody?
Well, you gotta remember, Sock.
Hello?
I don't think Sheila like
Oh,
us
my
like that.
grandchild keep doing that.
Okay.
Didn't she
Oh,
tell
not
Leslie?
recently.
Yeah. Did she tell everybody they had to fend for themselves? Even one day I was like, nah, she got backup. And she was like, nah, Bomb, you know, if the backup not there, you gotta handle it yourself. And then yesterday, 2 women cried about something that I had said over an hour ago and let it go. They expected an apology. And if I didn't give it, Sheila decided to take it upon herself to then ban me. I guess ban,
Mm-hmm. But for a lot of Bond though, man, you was kind of harsh though too.
Hey, we a part of the band
Tell me,
club.
okay, so tell me where the
Hey.
harshness was.
Boy,
Go ahead.
boy, you said that lady look like a stud or butcher. I'm like,
She didn't look like a stud.
I mean, I
I'm
went back
not
to
gonna
look.
get
She
out.
did look like a stud.
And
She
then
did
hold
look
up,
like
boy.
a
Did you also
stud.
say like you said a
Wait a
comment?
minute, babe.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did she look like a stud? Did you
I'm
be
not
honest?
funny. Don't do that, boy.
Wait a minute.
No,
So I'm
I
bad
did.
because I'm lying, or you just
No,
disagree? Didn't she look
no.
like a stud?
It's not the fact that whether she did or not.
What?
Nah,
What
be
I'm
honest. She
saying
looked like
hold
one of
up.
your homeboys that you would play
Come
basketball with.
on, finish though. But then you also said like you said a come on over to her to somebody else. Like man, I'm laughing though, so it's whatever. But talking about she look like she got a penis or some shit, and then
That was the other woman.
and then I heard you call somebody a man. I'm like, boy, I'm like, what's going on?
Wait a minute.
Y'all know Bomb. You know Bomb.
Y'all
don't
know
say
I
nothing.
joke, and
No,
you know
but the thing
I
was,
roast.
This the
I
same
think the
woman
thing
who
was
said that
though.
she gonna kick
Hold up.
people in their pussies.
No, hold on. The thing is, though, you gotta remember, I think it's like the people that was there, they don't know you.
Mhm.
Especially
Sheila
that, I
know
think
me
that
though.
one, yeah, she do. That's what I'm saying. I know she know how you is, because you was also like that with somebody else, Sleeping, I think Sleeping Panda, and they, y'all hashed it out, you know what I'm saying?
Sheila been following me, and I've been following her for years. She knows me, so
Oh,
she
okay.
knows that's me, and so she know I mean no harm by it. And when she said stop, I stopped, and then we moved on. But them 2 young women, I guess they was in the chat crying for all that time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it was. I mean, I wish things didn't go that way because y'all both y'all cool in my opinion.
Nobody listen.
You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna be
saying?
honest
So,
with you. It fired me up to start up this shit right here, and
I had a
then I'm
feeling
gonna
that was
just have
gonna
to.
happen.
Yeah,
When that
well,
happened, I was like, yeah, she about to crank up soon.
I was
Not this
about to crank it
season.
up yesterday, but I had to do
Yeah.
some sewing.
We can thank Sheila for that. At least she doing some good with that. We miss you, Bomb.
Well, she gonna miss her followers. And just like she wanna pump up on my name, I guess I'll be pumping up on her name. Except all the
Man,
people
keep
over
on
there
trading
know me
up.
already.
We didn't even do nothing to her. I was being nice to her. I used to say hi to her. I did notice she never said hi back to me, but whatever.
I didn't even know you was blocked. I didn't know. See, I went over there because I thought y'all was over there.
Yeah, I think
And
David
so-
Johnson blocked me because I was in the chat wrench list because supposedly I'm a troublemaker or whatever. Goddamn,
you a
people act
troublemaker.
like women. People acting like in this space you can't defend yourself if you're a woman. Like this man been calling me a prostitute around this space. He told me that he wanted me to cut my wrist and bleed out and die. Like, and I can't even say now 1, 2, 3 words. Like, leave me alone. Like, damn.
Well, I mean, you can, and the real woman, the women who looking, and even the men who watching, they know what's happening. But then there's a group of people whom, well, don't worry. Listen. Me and Sheila, everybody ain't got to get involved. In fact, those of you who, you like both of us and everything, y'all just sit back and watch and have fun, baby. Because it's gonna be
I ain't
fun.
gonna get between y'all, man. You know
Yeah,
that,
don't get
Bob.
in between, especially the men. Don't get in between, cause
Yeah,
see,
the
y'all
cat
know.
fight.
She know. See, I don't cat fight. I bring out the big guns. At first, I play around with you. I'm gonna put on some makeup on her face and show her how to be looking more feminine. the butch bitch gonna look, look like a woman when I'm done, and then I'm gonna put the boom on him. You know what I mean? And then and let her know that a stuttering bitch ain't gonna never come up off of me.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, man. But I mean,
You
yeah, I mean
said I was
that
rough, but you won't tell it. So was I
no,
rough or was I
I
telling
mean,
the truth? Did she look what you would consider feminine when she turned that camera on?
yeah,
Remember, I
because
didn't make her turn it on. I didn't know she was gonna turn it on. I didn't ask her to turn it on. She did it out the blue. Would she have been what you consider feminine when she turned it on?
well, my definition of it, I'll probably say no.
Okay, good. You have
You know, I mean,
not
she
just your
sounds like it
definition.
though, like yeah, but
No,
you know,
and I'm not
her
even saying
voice,
she's
but
not feminine. I'm not
yeah, I
saying that
get what I
she's
mean. I
not.
understand what you were saying. Even music
Yeah,
broke it down too a bit. You know what I'm
right.
saying? When you was talking about music was on that panel. You
And
know,
so
but yeah. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, so I get, because am I telling the truth? Like it's almost like a generation want instead of wanting the truth. But I get it though, right? Because I used to be the
I,
same way. I used to be like, you ain't gotta be so mean. And my
yeah, I
mom
just
and
think it was the
dad was
wrong person, the wrong people on the panel. That's all it was, my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what
I'm
I
gonna be
personally think it
honest,
was.
I didn't even think that. I thought everything was okay. It was the end that Sheila asking me to apologize. And she never even asked me, what did anybody offend me at all? She never said, well, Bomb, why did you do that? And let me explain. And I would have, like, you know what I mean? And if she would have been like, but Bomb, yeah, and maybe, I would have been like, well, yeah, maybe I went too far. Let me apologize. That could have happened. And on top of that, the young women, to be honest, we would have ended up on panels together, and that would have been done. The Sheila
Yeah.
thing is the thing. That's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too because like I said, be going down on her panel too with certain people, man. Like, you know how like the manosphere people like, will come over and them certain type of debates. Like it'd be all type of things being said on that panel.
Them people
So
wouldn't be over there right now if I hadn't popped up 2 weeks ago on that motherfucker panel. People didn't even know who she was. Okay.
man,
They did not know who she was, and then I go over other. There's a few other people were there, but they sit up in these small panels too, right? They don't have no problem with it. Her shit get bigger, and now, you know what I'm saying? Even people was popping over. You don't remember? She left, and I held her shit down for like 2 hours. When
yeah,
she
Yeah,
that
came back,
day
there
that
was
she
more.
was gone.
do you
That's
remember
right.
said, do you remember she was trying to get us to go after the men who was calling her animals and making fun of her voice and stuff? But then she want to turn
Yeah,
around
that
and call
one
me a
guy.
witch and stuff and start these rumors about me. Like, bro, I ain't never disrespected that woman. But I
Why
feel
she messing
played
with a young
because
girl anyway?
because
And I'm sorry,
she
I
made it.
shouldn't have said young girl, but to her, you know what I mean? You would be, I would look at you
Honestly, I
like
ain't even
my
getting nothing
daughter.
to half of these people. Half of these people, they just like, and you see that they're picking at people. Now, after that whole thing that happened a couple days ago, Sapa said, can you honestly see that they actually picking on people who don't do nothing to anybody?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing that happened the other day, I couldn't, I didn't know what to say about that. That was crazy.
And then when they
So,
say the reason why they don't like certain women is because of the men. And then when you ask the men, what did we do? I asked the men, what did I do to them? They can't say not one thing.
yeah, I mean, even with all that, I mean, I get why people come at y'all, but to come at Casimir, I was like, that's a bit,
Well,
too
okay,
far.
tell
That
me.
what?
Yeah, tell me
Because she don't
what we do.
even, I'm just, huh?
What did we do,
What you mean
Sapasa?
what y'all did?
Well, what
He
we
said
do?
y'all
What we do
strong.
that's
They
different?
just being
What we do
strong
that was
ladies.
different than other what everybody else do?
No, I'm not saying that y'all do anything different or what's wrong or what's right. But what I'm saying is y'all a team, and y'all let it be known that y'all come from one, y'all gotta come for all. So when people come at y'all, they coming at everybody. But my thing with Casimir, she don't get into it with people like that for people that actually want to come at her. With I mean, I don't think nobody that shouldn't happen to nobody. I'm gonna say that off real.
Yeah, that was
You know.
terrible.
I'm
Like
still
they
waiting,
don't.
y'all. we gonna get up. Anybody who want to come up, the ones who know what happened a couple of days ago, because I need y'all to explain it to me.
Oh, Bomb. Oh, let me send you an
But
email.
wait, don't
so
do
you
it.
can
I
see
don't want
it.
you to
I
do
don't
it in
want to
front
say
of
anything.
everybody.
I don't
No,
want to
no,
be
I'm
saying
gonna
too
send you an
much,
email so you can see what happened because I still have like the screenshots of the stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, the people like we trust, they can come up and we can talk about it. I'll end it once y'all come up. I'm gonna end the stream. Wait, can I do that?
Okay.
Wait, let me see if I can
Oh, do you want
disconnect
to
it from
send us a
YouTube.
screen? Do you want to send us a StreamYard link?
Yeah, one of y'all want to do it on y'all back in the on StreamYard?
Yeah.
You want to do it on your thing, but I'll connect it to the or if you want to connect it, but it depends on y'all. Y'all want to make it known because I heard
No,
little
well, we
bit, but
we
no.
gonna wait till come like we gotta handle some stuff. We gotta let you know.
Okay. Well,
That
I
should be a
want to.
discussion that's handled private, if anything. Though,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because I heard that it like what I heard is it was
Yeah, it's
So I'm
pretty bad. Like they triggered her anxiety.
what? So see, yeah. So I need the ladies. Y'all, I
I'm
need y'all.
gonna send you the stuff that they did because it was pretty gross. Bomb. And after that, I don't see anybody who support them. Y'all honestly gross along with them because there's a whole lot of people who saw what they did.
With that level, huh? Hey, sweetie.
Oh, hey, sweetie, look at that picture. Oh, she is so cute. Look at the dimples. Oh, I love me some sweetie, y'all.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, how you doing, sis?
Night.
My grandchild sitting over here with his iPad. So what y'all want to do? Because I want to know, like, I know somebody had hit me up, so I only know minimum. And then when I was like, send it to me, they were like, well, I don't have none of that. So that's why I don't really know.
I have it.
But what I do know is if the little bit I know was really done, then it's disgusting and it is illegal and it's like they're going over it, and so I would agree. I don't know who all did it. I don't know none of that. I just somebody was like, hey, did you hear this? It's one of the reasons why I popped on yesterday. I was hoping, I would see some people. How's she doing though?
Her anxiety is really bad right now. It's to be expected.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I need to talk to her because that's the thing, right? If they see that is what it caused, then they're gonna always do it. If it's something that is what it is,
no,
then
Bomb,
you
they don't
stand.
care. They don't care.
No. But what I'm saying though, if it is what it is, stand proud and just be like, yeah. Y'all don't know this.
She's trying to say so people can't hold that against her, hold that over her head, basically.
Right. That's how you got to do it. Because see, once you y'all know, and I'm gonna say it now, right? With old girl, when they show me their weakness, they just need to leave me alone. Because if somebody know your weakness, you know what I mean? I know Shirley's weakness. I go over there and call her ugly bitch right now. She gonna flip. If I go and say you're ugly.
Oh, I know her weakness too. She don't want to be called an
We
animal.
got people in the chat room wanting the link.
Oh, okay. Hey, Verbal.
Here. Hey.
So
hey,
I'm trying to see how because I think who want to do it and do so they could be done
one
private.
of us, we can do a private stream because this is not.
Verbal,
I don't think
you wanna?
It's not private. If I
that we need to talk about in front of everybody like this, because it is very, very serious. This is not for play.
Right.
Yeah, it isn't.
You want to do? Which one of y'all want to do it?
Serious, so.
Verbal, you want to start it?
I can set it up and I'll send y'all the
But I sent you the
link
screenshots, Mom. You tell me what you think. You think
okay? Email me the link.
Or do you want to do it later?
Yeah, I emailed it to you.
I want to do it as soon as y'all want to do it.
I'm gonna send the email. I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna send everybody the link to the private stream.
And you gonna let us know what time, or were you trying to get her on too?
As soon as I set it up, I'm gonna set it up. Yeah, I'm gonna set it up right now. If you stay on, let me set it up, and then I'll come back and tell you if you want to do that.
No, I'm gonna end this. You can email
just check
me.
the email. Okay, well, just check the email.
Okay.
Mella. I kind of miss Mella. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't even over our RBRs anymore.
Mella,
There's- I wanted to get something cleared, I suppose. I definitely did not ask RBR to drop you off. I asked him not to. I said don't. I did, maybe I could have said do not, so it could have been heard clearly. But I would never ask anybody to kick you off a panel. Not ever.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That
because it
kind of
sounds.
took me back that you
Oh
would think I
God,
would do something like that
Mela,
to
I
you.
don't want to argue
And
about it. Okay, I'm not even thinking about it
there's
anymore.
no need.
I don't care
Yeah, there's no
about
need
it.
to.
We said what we said, and
Well,
it was
you
over
accused
with,
me
and
of
we stayed
trolling
on the
you,
Mela,
and I
and
just
we
wanted.
stayed on the. And we
it's
stayed on
okay.
the panel together. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. If I misunderstood, I misunderstood, and I apologize for misunderstanding. And we're good. I'm not tripping.
Y'all good? You
Likewise.
good, Mella?
Okay.
All
Y'all
right.
good? Y'all
Yeah,
good,
I
ladies?
don't have no problem.
Cause yeah, I know. Cause
Jerome,
yeah.
why you trolling us?
Okay, so send me the link when you got it set up,
All right, I'm about to do
so
it
we
right
can.
now.
Cause yeah, something. Sweetie, with your pretty stuff. I'm gonna see y'all later, y'all. I'm gonna end this, but I'll be back tomorrow morning, y'all. We be back.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Glad
Have a
you're
good
back.
night.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
coming back.
Bye bye. Yep, I'm coming back, y'all.